You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to yet another 700 plus TADPOG podcast.
I think we're at like 7:15 now.
7:15.
I think.
It's Tyler and Dave and Ian. Play old games. Ian is silent. Today, of course, we're talking about Pinocchio. For the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. But first, always first, what you guys been up to this week?
712. This is episode
This is
712. Yeah.
Okay.
We did it. Milestone
That was our goal.
episode.
That was our goal.
You can never make it.
Fuck those even
712.
number, like,
Yeah.
round numbers, 100, 150. No, fuck that. 712.
That's what my dad told me when we started. He's like, you'll never make it 712 episodes.
Take that, Dad.
Got him.
Gotcha. Let's see. What have we been doing this week?
I've just been sitting here in this chair all week
I never
waiting for you
left
guys to come
either.
back.
No, I was here too.
Oh, it's weird that we didn't talk to one another the whole time.
we
faced
just
different
ignored each other
directions.
the whole time.
It's like that Doki Doki where you sit in the classroom and watch her rot for a week.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Spoilers.
I persuaded Shake to start playing that game.
Oh, we hadn't
So,
played it yet?
He had
Oh,
never
man.
heard of it.
Oh,
Nothing.
wow.
So he was like, "This looks ridiculous." Like, dude, just play it. Don't look up anything else. Just play it.
I don't know. I tried. I got about 2/3 of the way through it, and it fucked up my computer.
Because I don't know the last time he
That's
played a computer
supposed to
game.
happen.
Because he's been on a. I'm going to play all the Vita games from 10 years ago in a row. Then I might play something else. I got him to break that streak.
What do you
to
mean
play
in a
this.
row? Like, is he playing through
He's
the
got, like, a
library
list.
chronologically? Or these
Probably.
are just games that he wants to play
Just
that are on the
games that
Vita?
have been on his list on the Vita.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So it's like just it's free. It's short.
Did you tell him to make a
Just do me a
podcast
favor.
about it? It'll be real fun.
A Japanese language
exclusive
podcast.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, if he could do that, I would really appreciate it. Maybe be able to learn some stuff.
Speaking of Japanese things,
Yeah.
I know we rarely talk about Japanese type things on this show.
They're so unpopular.
I mentioned
here
this
on
earlier
Taiwan.
this week to you, David. I have rediscovered my love for baby metal.
Yeah. I haven't listened to Baby Metal probably it's probably been like 6 years.
They just put out a new album recently, and it's fucking great.
Yeah.
And like, I talked about the show about baby metal when I first discovered it.
Yeah.
And how it fucking wigged me out. Like, I just couldn't comprehend what I was hearing, J-pop with a heavy metal backbone.
These babies.
Yeah.
How are they so good
How
at
are these
metal?
babies?
babies.
But
I was like Ninja Turtles, like a Ninja Turtle themed metal band. Yeah. That's really bad on purpose.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, as over the last, year or so, I've been somewhat immersing myself into anime and getting into it really heavy. And I found that it really appealed to me. And so I bought something at Best Buy recently, and I got a 3-month trial subscription of Apple Music. So I just activated it and started going through my old library from where I'd saved it before, and I found the Baby Metal, the original album, and then they've put out like 7 albums since then, Started going through the list, and I was just like, oh, man, now I kind of get what I didn't understand about it before. Like, I don't know, like before I didn't know why I liked it. I just liked it. But now I think I've just got a thing for Japanese stuff. I think I enjoy anime a whole bunch, and I think I really enjoyed the baby metal more now that I've watched, hundreds of hours of anime.
That makes sense.
Since then. So anyway, I just thought I'd drop that out there. Baby Metal's still a thing, and I highly recommend it. If you haven't heard Baby Metal, go check them out.
And speaking of Japanese stuff, I want to point out, I think this might be a Tadpog first. All three of us are wearing shirts with katakana.
Oh shit, we are.
Tyler wins because this actually includes kanji as well.
No. This was my bonus T-shirt that I got when I ordered whatever. Forget what company does the bonus mystery shirt for like $8.
Yeah.
Whenever you ordered another one.
Oh, okay.
So,
You're wearing a legend
Zelda.
of Neko Rinku. Cat Link.
A kitty.
Legend of Cat Link.
A kitty to the past.
Yeah.
Aw.
Ian with his Deku shirt.
I've got my Deku / Shizuku Midoriya shirt on.
I thought you had a Gengar shirt on at first.
Yeah, this is like
that Sonic looks like Gengar.
Sonic Gengar. It's not supposed to be a mashup, I don't think, but I totally get that.
We're not nerdy at all.
No, and we definitely have a lot. I mean, we definitely have a lot of like people who think that we're very cool, and there's a lot of times that I'm stopped and recognized and
By other cool people.
by other cool, like a little bit cooler, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I saw you're wearing that shirt, and I just want to say hi." And then they're like, "I got my shirt envelope. I have $30 here, and I would like to buy another cool shirt."
Oh, well, it turns out you're in luck.
Did you know that this is a long walk to a promo?
I know exactly where you could spend the money in your T-shirt envelope
Where?
to get a cool black T-shirt featuring.
Wait. Can I get one that has like animal people on it?
It's funny you should ask. That's exactly what's on it.
What if they were like my favorite podcast hosts?
My kinks are furries and Tadpog. Is there a Venn
getting
diagram?
Wow, guys. You're both in luck.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what's pictured. Animal representations of us, the hosts of Tadpog, on the T-shirt, done up by the artists at bossbattles.gg.
I thought that was just the IT industry Venn diagram, but no, it turns out it was that one.
Yeah. And I suppose you're wondering, you got this $30 burning a hole in your pocket.
Yeah.
Burning a hole in your T-shirt money envelope.
Yeah.
I'm sure
You
you're
could tip
wanting
somebody on Chatterbait, or
for a lot longer kind of payoff, honestly. I
mean,
feel like it would be. But
hopefully the shirt.
hopefully
yeah,
the shirt is a
lasts
longer
than-
payoff. If you wanted to spend said money
will.
on a T-shirt
It will.
that we have described here, go to bossbattles.gg/tadpog and buy a shirt.
It's like the last week to do it, essentially.
Yeah, the
we're
promo
pretty
is
sure.
running out, so now's your chance.
Do it.
And if you're a Patreon donor or want to become a Patreon donor, patreon.com/tadpog or pisstasters.com is where you can do that. And by virtue of the fact that you are a Patreon donor,
Do you think
you would get a hold up, let me finish because this is important.
Okay.
By virtue of the fact that you're a Patreon donor, you could go there right now, get a special code to get 10% off your T-shirt order, which saves you like a few bucks, which is great, especially today. And then also, one last little detail. All of our generous T-shirt buyers are entered in to win a $100 Amazon gift card, courtesy of bossbattles.gg. So go buy a T-shirt.
Hell yeah.
It's insane. Hell yeah.
What were you going to say?
Do you think we could get a celebrity to do a spot for pisstasters.com? Like,
Who would we get?
what? I was thinking like Shatner would be good.
Danny DeVito might do it.
Hey, we're just a cameo away.
Dude, like, how does Cameo work? Will they do promo stuff through Cameo, or is it all like
Happy
Happy birthday,
birthday, or-
Nana?
I feel like I've seen promo stuff done through Cameo.
Okay.
We could
Do we
trick
have a
them.
Cameo guy? Can we get someone who could work on this for us? That was me asking somebody if they
Oh, yeah.
That's how this podcast works.
Or Sif tells William can go talk to the Doom guy again.
Yeah.
Do it for
Ooh.
us.
John St. John.
Or if we had to do it, we could just have William Shatner do a cameo thanking our Nana, whose name is pisstasters.com.
Happy birthday, Nana, pisstasters.com.
Gilbert Gottfried was on Cameo, if only.
Yeah.
That would be my choice.
That would be a miracle. And it's an honest to God miracle. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we can get somebody. I'd love to have a celebrity promo for pisstasters.com.
I agree.
Kristen Bell, I think she would do it.
Oh, I guarantee you, she at least, if not her husband.
I want
Dax
her.
Shepard.
Dax Shepard.
No,
thank you.
it needs to be her.
It would be better if it were her.
I think we'll procure her a sloth if she does it. How about that? She likes sloths.
Careful, I don't know where to get a sloth.
Yeah, you're right. It might be harder to find a sloth than to find a celebrity to do a cameo.
Sloths
We
are
give
like
Josh a lot of Benadryl and dress him up.
sloths.
throw an Afghan
Put a
on
little
him.
Afghan on him. Put some little hooks on his hands. Sloths are really
You don't
high
even
in
give him that
demand
much Benadryl.
these days. It's hard to come across a good sloth. Let's see.
So Baby Metal.
Baby Metal. I covered Baby Metal. One other interesting factoid before I get into things that I watched this week is that I found out that the name of the Pringles guy is Julius.
Okay. Julius C. Pringles or
Just Julius. Maybe, I don't know if it's a full name. Maybe it's just Julius Pringles.
okay. Or maybe it's
Funko sent me an email and they have a Funko
they
Pop
got a
of
Funko Pop of the Pringles
Julius.
guy.
No, of Julius
Oh,
Pringles.
AKA the Pringles
AKA
guy.
the Pringles.
Chris
guy.
Hansen is on Cameo for $75.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it had a
He had a
Funko Pop.
Pop. Okay, I've got to order the Chris Hansen Funko Pop.
Okay,
He
so
would it would just be him sticking his face from behind a door. You know,
I just want him to why don't you have a seat?
why don't you have a seat? Yeah, right.
Pisstasters.com.
Gesturing towards a stool at the bar in the kitchen. Please have a seat.
Why'd you come to Piss Tasters today? Are you subscribing?
so part of my
We should definitely get Chris Taster.
Chris Tasters. All right.
Register ChrisTasters.com.
You can write that down.
We'll tell Chris Hansen if he'll do it. We'll register ChrisTasters.com and use his name for the logo or his face for the logo.
I'm running out of money for domains though, so go to pisstasters.com and throw in $1 and it would help.
We need it.
Robert Mascio, who is the Todd from Scrubs,
Oh wow, he would.
$75.
All right, I'm out. If he's $75, I'm out.
How much does Chris Hansen want?
$75.
Chris
That's
Hansen
worth
is
it.
$75.
I could do a
That would
I
be
could
really
do a
funny.
cameo for
Shooter McGavin for $250.
Ooh, we could ask him about his DUI.
Yes. It's a broad topic on our show. We talk about this a lot. Could you talk about your DUI in the cameo?
You think that might be a joke, but in
But
actuality,
it's not.
Tay Zonday, the Chocolate Rain,
Oh,
Ooh, that'd be good.
how much is he asking
35.
for?
35?
It's a steal.
Damn, maybe wonder if we could get him to sing the Chocolate Rain tune only.
That's the only way
Say
people would
pisstasters.com
recognize
in
him.
it.
That's pretty good. I'm sure he doesn't get that at all, ever.
No, probably not.
Because how else do you know who he is, right?
I wouldn't have known it until he said Chocolate Rain.
Chocolate
I'd
Rain
forgotten
guy.
the
I don't know him
guy's
by his
name.
real name. Yeah.
I moved the mic
Rebecca
away
Black,
from
is
my
she on
mouth.
there?
Probably. I've got 247 more pages to go through.
All
so
right.
I'll let
Okay.
you know.
All right.
Couple hours of this should be perfect.
We'll have another
Podcast
episode in the can.
content.
712 done.
We can just do
Stay
Pinocchio next week. Let's just go through Cameo and find celebrities to do Piss Tasters endorsements. Okay, so I didn't have a whole lot on my list of stuff I watched this week, but I wanted to remind everyone that Attack on Titan's final season is in progress. It's really good. The season started out, the final season started out a little boring. A lot of politics stuff, kind of like most of the prequel movies for Star Wars, but the payoff is worth it.
The negotiations were quick.
The negotiations were quick enough to make the payoff at the end with all the final stuff. And I'm still going through it. I'm still working on it.
Can they put Jar Jar in Attack? That
If
would be
they
great.
only if they made him a Titan.
God,
That would
please.
be a fucking. Imagine Jar Jar with this stupid
Yeah,
grin,
yeah.
flopping his arms around and chasing after people, and just picking them up and slowly.
He's so hungry.
He's so hungry.
Hidoshi Amura from the Japanese surgeon turned janitor from The Office.
Oh,
How much?
$79.
That's the highest. More than Chris Hansen.
More than Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen, you need to raise your standards.
Mr. Feeney's $150.
Ooh, Mr. Feeney would be a good one.
Will he do it as? Will he do it as Kit?
Hello, TADPOG listeners.
Well, shit, we could do that. Let's just say we did it, but we'll do it ourselves.
Anyway, Attack on Titan is awesome, and
Tom Arnold's $100.
that's what I got.
Do we get Roseanne?
I don't want Roseanne.
Nobody wants Roseanne.
Maybe I do. I don't.
Can I continue? Am I
Please,
good?
please.
Ted Lasso
I need to do that.
is such a good fucking. Listen. There's only a certain type of people I would recommend to watch Ted Lasso, and that's people that like to be happy.
Yeah.
Because
Humanity.
it is an amazing fucking television show. I love Ted Lasso. I'm like watching it week to week now. Like I don't let it build
Wow.
up. I watch it as soon as I get a notification that
Wow.
there's a new episode. I fucking stop what I'm watching and watch Ted Lasso.
Put your balls away.
I will sit in the convenience store with my balls out
Your phone.
on the counter.
Yeah.
With my phone watching Ted Lasso. They keep telling me to stop doing that.
Sir, that's the take
police
a penny,
came
leave
once.
a penny tray.
That's what I put my balls in. Yeah. So you saw me
Yeah.
at the 5-star
I mean,
that time.
I always see you.
I'm not going to tell you how, but I always see you. Marvelous Mrs. Maisel's final season started this past week. The first 3 episodes, now 4 episodes are out on Amazon Prime. I recommend that one as well. Tony Shalhoub is in this show. I mean, it's a
Wow.
really fucking good show too. It's one of the few shows that makes me laugh, like legitimately laugh out loud. So definitely give that one a watch. And did I mention the newest M. Night Shyamalan movie, Knock at the Cabin, on a previous episode?
I don't think so. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's on Peacock now, but it had a short run in theaters, but it went to video. Like I think it was one of those that was on video pretty fast.
His movies are a hard sell.
They are a hard sell, but see, I'm kind of a fanboy. I do not have hate for any of his stuff. The only one I dislike even a little bit is The Happening, with Mark Wahlberg and Zoe Deschanel. But the more I watch that movie, the more I think that the bad acting in it was on purpose. Like he told them to be bad actors. So I don't know. The jury's still out for me on The Happening, which is like a fucking 13-year-old movie, so whatever. But this newest movie is called Knock at the Cabin, and it stars, the guy that played Ron Weasley is in it.
Okay, Ron Weasley.
And yeah,
Ronald?
Ronald Weasley. His name
Alfred E.
eludes me
Newman?
right now.
Chet Weasley?
Chet Weasley. Man, that's a good name.
No, it's not Chet. It's Doug.
Duh.
Doug Weasley plays Ron. No, he doesn't play Ron Weasley, but he's in it. Dave Bautista is in it.
Oh, okay.
Basically, the premise of the movie is this couple goes out to this house in the woods, a cabin in the woods, and they bring their adopted daughter with them. And after they've been there for a little while, they get a knock on the door, a knock on the cabin, and it's these 4 people who have showed up and are demanding that they do basically kind of the unthinkable, or because if they don't, the apocalypse will happen.
Okay.
And that's all I can tell you.
The unthinkable being play action football? or-
Kill somebody.
Oh.
Kill one of the 3. They tell them, this is pretty early in the movie, so it's not much of a spoiler. They tell them that one of the 3 of them has to die in order to stop the apocalypse.
Okay.
And It's a really good movie.
Okay.
I very much enjoyed it. Some of his more recent ones are very good. Recommends if you're kind of not up on your M. Night Shyamalan, you want to see some of his stuff. There's one called Old, where
Boy, I can relate to
a
that
group
one.
of people. There's this.
I will in a few years.
I'm living it now. There in this movie there is a resort, and there's this secluded beach that some of these VIP guests of the resort get to go and spend the day at, and then it turns out they can't leave, and while they're on the beach they age rapidly, and so that one's really good. And then another one that's really good by him is called The Visit, which is very much like a I want to say it's almost like a Hansel and Gretel kind of thing. A girl and her little brother get dropped off at grandma and grandpa's house, and all kinds of weird stuff starts happening. And it's also a very good movie. So if you want to do a little M. Night Shyamalan binging, those are three good examples.
Man, I haven't heard of any of those, which is weird. Like
I think it's just one of those. We sort of kind of look for it, though. We like those. We like his movies, so they come across our.
That's not weird. I feel like it's weird that I haven't heard of them.
I don't think they get as much press as they used to, just because I think he disappointed a lot of people. The Village is probably my favorite.
Yeah, I don't.
The Village is in my top 10.
Yeah,
movies. I love that fucking movie.
But I'm flipped. I'm flipped with him because a lot of people universally. I feel like what is it, Lady in the Water?
That one is a weird.
Hate that
movie.
one, and I liked that one. But I didn't like The Village because The Village was the moment in my M. Night Shyamalan watching where I was like, I figured the fucking movie out.
Oh, did you have the
yes? And I even said it to Nikki. I was like, "Wouldn't it be weird if?" And then it happens, and it's like, you know what? I don't. It ruined it, and it ruined it because
for me, I get that, and I think I think the first time I saw it, I did not have it figured out, so it was a real pleasant surprise for me to find out what was going on. But that being said, I get why some people don't like it, but for me, I think it's probably his best movie. Now there's I've talked about Unbreakable and Split and Glass, the trilogy, the sort of his superhero trilogy, which are fucking phenomenal movies. I
saw Unbreakable.
Unbreakable is the clear winner, best of those three.
And that was a weird movie of its time, especially. That was a weird time to do a movie like that.
It really was. And then in Split, you've got James McAvoy doing a really just disturbing performance.
I thought it was Jean-Claude Van Damme doing the splits over and over again.
It was. He was in it now.
All the cuts of him. It's just like a YouTube video. You go into a theater, you pay
$20.
You watch all the times that Jean-Claude Van Damme has ever done a split on film, and then you get up and leave.
No time for popcorn.
They roll Patreon donors at the end instead of credits.
But yeah, anyway, I thought I had mentioned Knock at the Cabin before, but I think it probably happened while we saw it the first time. I happened to watch the end of it before I came over here today, because Tanya was watching it, and I think we probably watched it for the first time during a big run of Scott Pilgrim episodes, and I just never thought to bring it up. So
this is going to sound like a shitty...
It's kind of a horror movie, by the way, so it counts as a horror hole entry.
Yeah.
This is going to sound like a shitty criticism, probably, but I think I'd like his movies more if they were short. And by that I mean an hour, do it like a Twilight Zone kind of thing, where it's because my problem with The Village was I had so much, I wouldn't have even I don't want time to guess the twist. I want to be intrigued by it.
Batman did it in 20 minutes and then just
And
had
then
to
just get it.
And I'm not saying that that's like the only time that's happened. I mean, but if the twist is kind of the thing, I want it to be.
Yeah.
I want it to get me. you know?
That movie does have a lot of build up. It gives you plenty
It's
of time
slow,
to think over what's happening.
Right.
It is slow. It's good slow in my opinion.
I mean, I don't disagree.
Yeah, no,
I don't
I
disagree
get
with
what
that.
you're
It was
saying,
just
though.
and I really enjoyed it up until that point, and it was like, fuck, god damn it.
So was
I
it-
want to be like,
Was it that you figured it out and you didn't want to figure it
yes.
out? Okay.
Yeah,
I get that.
and I had a lot of time to think about it. Because I knew what kind of movie it was, so immediately my brain treats it like a puzzle, where it's like, okay, figure this out.
Yeah,
figure it out.
well-
It's an M. Night Shyamalan. He should he should do movies and like change his name each time.
Right.
So you're like,
'Cause you always
don't go in
expect
expecting a twist.
the twist.
Yes.
Who's our Night Shyamalan?
Weird. Never heard of this guy. It's all like
M-
anagrams and shit.
M. Day Shyamalan. This is a new director. He'd win an Oscar every fucking time. Every time.
Yeah,
He would win a new Oscar. He's only won the one. Because everybody got
yes.
mad about. Well, for one thing, from what I hear, he just absolutely murdered Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I heard that as well.
I
didn't
never
watch
saw
the
it. I'm
movie.
not gonna watch it. I heard it was just awful and
Like
terrible.
Sokka and Katara are white kids, and all the big
Wow.
thing is super slow. Like it's all very slow, methodical. There's no like fast action.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
you gotta
it's
get it.
not
You gotta
funny.
get into it pretty
There's
quick.
no
with
humor
that
in it.
Avatar.
It's very serious.
Okay.
So
Wow. Well, so that got a lot of people mad at him, and
Yeah,
then I
I
think
remember
Lady
that.
in the Water. People just didn't get it. I fucking loved that movie.
I
Lady in the
liked it.
Water was fucking great. I loved it, but I loved it because it was so fucking weird.
Yeah, that's the reason I liked it too. But it gets. I mean, that one.
But I've only
that
seen
one
it.
gets a lot of
It
hate.
does get a lot of hate, and I don't say that that's not justifiable.
Yeah.
a little
No,
bit.
me neither. I'm just saying.
I could
that
see
I
why
liked
people hate it.
I can too. But
But
yeah,
I don't watch
It
it
is so
a
weird
lot,
that
you
it's
know.
that I like that quality
Yeah.
of it. Yeah. It's yeah.
But he's done a lot of good shit. But he just gets a lot of hate now, and so they still pay him to make movies. I mean, a lot of like the ones I listed earlier. They're good movies. They're pretty good. They're entertaining. And he doesn't always do a twist, but sometimes he sticks with that formula.
Right.
So, I think it's kind of a curse of knowing that there's probably a twist. And so if there is one, you've either figured it out, or if there isn't one, you're going to be fucking
Where's the
disappointed.
twist? Yeah,
There's
you're
no
gonna come out-
twist.
yeah.
And so
You're not wrong. I would be super disappointed if
Right.
I went
He
into a
set
movie
that up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with his name on it and like there not be a twist.
Right.
I'd be like,
Well, what the fuck? What the fuck, M. Day Shyamalan?
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's all I got really for the week. I don't get to watch as much because I go to work now at an
Yeah.
office.
Yay.
And yay! And I can't really sit and watch stuff all day like I used to be able to. So even on my lunch break, like I'll have my little bowl of salad ready to eat. And I got my little AirPods in, I'm ready to watch me some Attack on Titan. And then my buddy John will come in, or somebody else in the office will come in and sit down. And then I'm like, well, I'm going to talk to them.
Right.
I'm not going to just sit here and watch cartoons while they sit there and eat their lunch. I'm going to have a conversation. So I just find myself not being able to watch as much.
I haven't watched as much anime recently either. I did see Renfield.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you were going to see that. How was
And
it?
I fucking loved it.
Good.
I don't know. I haven't seen any of the reviews or anything, but like that movie was a lot of fun. Nicolas Cage. I wish I could choose Pinocchio. Like I wish Renfield could be the what Nicolas Cage movie is this in our next segment, but I can't.
what I picked.
But man, it's really funny. It's a really funny
good.
movie. It's really gory.
Oh, sweet.
And it's like, it's really gory in a funny way.
I'm into it.
I don't want to give away too much, but Nicolas Cage's Dracula it's really entertaining.
Good.
And they do some like Forrest Gump stuff where it's like they put Nicolas Cage as Dracula in the original Dracula for a few bits, and that's really cool. And it's a Universal movie, which I think is nice too.
Oh, well, cool.
Because there's that connection there.
Yeah,
it's a Robert Kirkman movie. So big recommend for me. I thought it was a lot of fun, and it was a real there weren't many people in the theater. It was like me, Dennis, and one dude like 5 or 6 rows back. And when he was there when we walked in, and I was thinking to myself, damn it. Because it's always nice when because if it's a horrible movie, then Dennis and I can just shout at the screen. You know what I mean? But when there's other people there, it's like, okay, I'll sit and silently suffer. But no, that guy back there was awesome, because it was like, I mean, we were all laughing, and like to the point where it's like at the end of the movie, I wanted to go and like talk to the guy.
I was gonna say,
you seem like you're a cool guy.
I was gonna say, did you invite him to come sit with you guys and I'll just have some fun watching the movie together?
But yeah, I thought it was good.
Excellent.
And then other than that, I've just been playing Final Fantasy 14 when I can. My lunches involve going home and then checking up the squadron missions that I've set up. I got these little NPCs, like you know how like in Tactics, I don't know if you can do it in Tactics, but in Tactics Advanced, you can like you can send characters on missions. Is that in Tactics as well? In the first one, I can't remember. Okay,
yeah. There are errands or whatever at the tavern.
Yes, right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's been so long since I played that, but I know you've been playing it on stream recently. It's like that, but you have you build a squadron of 4, like you build a party of 4 out of a roster. If you can have up to 8 recruits, and then you send them on missions, and they'll come back and like level up if they're successful and bring stuff back. So it's really neat that they took that like mini game essentially and like kind of fleshed it out in 14. So that's been fun. And then you get to a point where you can like run dungeons and stuff with them, which is
that's cool.
And I know it's old content. A lot of people listen to who have like kept up with Final Fantasy 14 are going to be like, that's old content. And you're right, it is old content, but it's pretty new to me, I guess.
Yeah, that's what matters.
So yeah,
they're not here. You are.
It's been fun. Yeah. So that's pretty much it.
Oh, I was going to mention something too. You brought up playing Final Fantasy, and I got to thinking. But May 12th, big day.
May the 12th be with you.
May the 12th. May Legend of Zelda be with you. Legend
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom is coming out. English is so fucking messed up. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom comes out May 12th. I posted a video. I don't know if any of you listeners watched it. I doubt it. But I posted a video of the gameplay of this thing. And it is neat. It's going to be super fun. I'm excited for it. It looks hard as hell, but I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like day one in that one because I've been excited about it since
a long time.
Like a lot of people have.
Yeah, for sure.
What was the I always get the names mixed up for the most recent one for the Switch.
Breath of the Wild.
Thank you. Just such a fucking fantastic game.
I wish I could find my copy. I need to play it.
You lost it?
I have no clue where it is.
Oh, man, those things are so tiny. Hard to keep up with.
I loaded it to Galen for like 2 years and then got it back and then promptly
fucking lost it.
That sucks.
Yeah, because it's fantastic. And to have such a good immersive experience on such an old console, the Switch is so great, but it's not exactly powerful, right? I mean, it's a portable game system, and it does a great job. But holy shit, that game is beautiful and it's fucking smooth as butter, easy to play. And so I'm just excited for more because now they've added the platforms in the sky. There's floating islands in the sky and new powers. You can reverse the actions of things. So like when you see a rock fall from the sky, you hit your little reverse thing on it and stand on the rock and it reverses and goes back up. And there's a whole they've taken crafting to a whole new level, which is very Fallout 4 to me in a way, where you can just basically combine materials to make like vehicles or new weapons or whatever. So, and you can do that on the fly.
Nice. That's really nice.
Yeah, if you're carrying a stick and you walk up to a boulder, you can combine the stick and the boulder to make a more powerful weapon. Or if there's a river that you can't get across, you can combine logs that are sitting next to the river to make a raft and put fans on it to propel the raft. And you can make flying machines and basically like cars and stuff. It's going to be crazy. I'm really pumped.
Going to like the Switch and talking about the hardware and stuff. In my opinion, the Switch is like just fine for playing the Nintendo games. Like that's what I use it for. And I'm fine with that. I might feel differently if I didn't like have anything else to game on and like want to play like other things on it, but I don't. I just want to play Nintendo games.
That's all I have it for too. I mean, like I have occasionally brought up Fortnite on it, and I don't recommend that.
Oh, is it? I haven't.
Well, it's just a lot of the assets are missing.
Oh, really?
Like they leave out stuff to make it easier for the system to process
that
what
makes
you're
sense.
doing.
And they've had like that big like graphical overhaul in Fortnite recently too. So
and it's not bad by any means, but it's like a little laggy and it's a little, and like I tried playing Overwatch on my Switch. It's not happening.
Yeah, I was about to
It's real bad on the Switch.
Yeah.
I am shocked that they allowed that game on the Switch. And I know why they did it, but I mean, Overwatch has been on the Switch for years.
Man, I didn't even
but it's
realize
never run right. Like I brought it up once and I was like, nope. I would love to be able to play that portable.
Yeah.
But
is that how you're doing it in handheld, or is it docked where it's
I did like for Overwatch,
Yeah,
I did both.
and it's no good either way.
It's still real laggy.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I did not try was just plug in a USB network cable adapter in. Like I was playing wireless.
I see.
So I don't know if maybe that was part of the reason it was laggy,
Or if it was like a video.
or if it was a video thing. But yeah, there's just some things. Nintendo games run better on the Switch, obviously, and then there's the Switch Online with all the, they've added Game Boy and Game Boy Color now, which is really neat.
4 new Genesis games.
4 new Genesis games.
Pulse Man.
It's a great
Kid
system.
Chameleon.
It's okay. It's all right.
Kid Chameleon. When I saw Kid Chameleon, I was like, I get why you did it, but like,
Was that necessary?
it has its fans for sure. But man, I think that
Barbecue
was
Bear and Drew Roland being one of them.
yeah. I think that was you had to be there. That's a hard one for me to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't play it when it came out, and like I like retro games, so
You
I don't-
do?
yeah. So
We
when
should
I,
do a show about that.
it'll never work.
Eh.
Nah, you're right. Fuck
It
that.
wouldn't go 712
Probably like
episodes.
711 episodes.
But I just wanted to remind everybody, if you didn't already know, that Zelda's coming out. So I'll probably be talking about that some.
Get your kingdom ready
in
to
the
be
next
torn.
couple months.
Be
Get them
prepared.
tears out. You're gonna be dropping tears on the kingdom. Tyler, what have you been up to, brother?
Nothing.
Okay.
You guys want to do a draft?
Sure. What do you do?
Work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I stream Final Fantasy Tactics
yeah.
sometimes.
Yes.
I want to thank Grim for doing all my housekeeping on that. He's good about being on the
Your
ball while I'm
housekeeping?
playing. Yeah, about plugging the shirts and
Oh.
and liking the episode and commenting and subscribing and all that.
Grim dropped a spot for us in the Discord the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was at Taryn Banana Hammock Flavor Trick doll joined the Discord and I
Out of
asked her-
nowhere.
she loved our last episode, and I asked her, did the T-shirt promo work on her? She says, oh, yeah, I got to order my T-shirt. And then Grim just dropped a full-blown ad right in the middle of it.
He's got it copied and pasted right there, just ready to go anytime.
You can't,
Clipboard is full.
and you cannot, if you want to pay us, you can. If you want to give us money every month, you can, but it will not take Grimm's ads out of the Discord.
Perma ads.
Yeah, you need TADPOG Premium for that.
We're still developing TADPOG Premium. Actually, we're not. It's ready.
Yeah, right.
$25 a month, and you will be a TADPOG Premium. So if you, we need another tier. TADPOG Premium.
All the perks of the first tier.
TADPOG Diamond.
What was that app that was like years ago? Someone made like the $1 million app or whatever.
Yeah.
What was that? I mean,
I think that's what it was.
Was it?
Yeah. It didn't do anything. It just you could show you at the $1 million app.
right.
There was a man when the apps, that was just Wild West, man. You could buy an app that could just useless, like Cracker Jack toy apps that people everyone was.
They used to be a huge deal.
There was one where you would hold your phone under your nose and it made you look like you had a porn stash.
Yeah.
And it would move your mouth when you talked.
There was the one that turned your phone into a beer that you drink. I remember Brandon showing me that one. And what's wild is like it's. I look back at it and like that's so stupid, but at the time it's like, oh shit!
I know.
I need to get one of those.
How much is that? $2? All right.
Oh fuck!
Just $2
I need to have
off
the phone. So it's like, okay, this is like how much of an investment is this to drink a virtual beer? $2 plus the cost of the phone. Was it like $800 or something? All right, $802. Fine.
Take my money.
God, I'm glad they got all that out of the way early, and then
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
I kind of miss it. It's kind of boring now.
I'm fine with it being boring. I like the utility of my phone. I don't like the temptation to buy stupid things because believe me,
That's fair.
if I go back in my app store history from back to 2004 or whatever the fuck or 7, there would be a lot of bad choices in there.
I just feel like I needed to make bad decisions back then and I didn't. And I'm just yearning. Oh man, now I buy stupid shit on Fortnite. You know what I mean?
I'm still doing it. It's not that
I missed that horse
changed.
armor on Skyrim. I got to make a bad decision somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Good old horse armor. I was just curious. I've been curious. I was like, is Tyler not doing anything or is he doing something secretly that he doesn't want anybody to know about?
Melissa's just nursing school is so busy that it's just like I come home from work and just have to, do household stuff while she can study, do dinner, run the kids.
Yeah.
Artsy AJ's in a play, so it's just like running her back and forth.
She's in a
What place
play.
is she in?
Yep, she is
Not downtown.
No. It's at
a school
the high
play?
school.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
I was gonna
that's
say
what-
if she's doing a market house play, I'm going. I'm gonna see it.
No, at the high
There's
school.
Tadpog bonus content. We can blur her face out.
Yeah, we'll record. I'll go and record it with my phone.
Pisstasters.com.
I go see it.
Let's come see her play. We're bootleg hand cam
Bootleg
play.
Marsh County High School play.
Could you speak up? I don't have my good mic.
So really, I'm not doing much until Melissa's done with school.
Yeah.
Then, otherwise, it's work and home
Work
stuff.
and home stuff.
Stream whenever she's not
Yeah.
studying.
You've been streaming-
when Jack is napping.
I've noticed in the announcements channel.
Yeah, but
Pisstasters.
now that I'm
At
done
it.
with school, I'll have a little more time. I'm trying to keep on Sundays and Tuesdays.
Yeah,
What I want to
yeah.
try and do.
Good.
I'm gonna try to stream some eventually. I need to get to that.
Please do.
I find out that I had a PC years and years ago.
Yeah.
Like back in 20.
Please tell me you're getting another one. You're getting one?
Well,
Come on.
there's a story. You need to have patience. I'm not your fucking McDonald's fries, Dave. You're gonna have to take it slow with me.
No,
baby.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure you are.
No, don't take it slow. You know I don't like it when you
Yeah.
take it slow.
If you don't get Ian fast enough, your dad will. Just like your French fries.
Exactly. He's told me as
Get
much.
this. I get this.
He's like, I've listened to your show.
Yeah.
That guy
I'm gonna
sounds
get
like
him.
a nice tall drink of water.
I'm gonna get him.
We'll get him.
I gave up on the PC gaming years ago, and I gave my PC to a friend, and that friend at work, and that friend gave it to another friend of mine at work, and I found out this past Wednesday, or Tuesday, I found out No, this was yesterday. Today is Thursday. Yesterday, I found out that same PC has made it back around and is now in John Turley's possession.
Okay.
He isn't using it.
Hey,
And he said, "Do you want your old PC back?" I'm like, "What? You have it?" Because I kind of regretted getting rid of it, and
I regret.
and it's old. It's old hardware. I mean, but it'll still play the games I want to play. Like
Yeah.
it'll play Overwatch.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I played on the fucking thing. And it's got like 32 gig of RAM. I mean, it's fine. It'll do fine. But he's like, "Do you want your old PC back?" I'm like, "Well, fuck yeah, I want it back."
I'm really glad I paused this Attack on Titan episode.
Here I was just gonna eat my salad and watch fucking Aaron Yeager go batshit crazy. But now I'm talking to you, and I find out that my PC has made it back into the family, and it's coming back to me.
That's awesome.
I just need to get a power supply. Apparently, it's out. It's missing its power supply, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get my PC back up.
Nice.
And to that end, I plan on, and I may do this with my Xbox anyway. I've got a box that can work with it too. But I'm thinking if anybody is interested in me watching me play a little Overwatch or play a little Fortnite and be real bad at it, I may take over do some pirate radio and take over the TADPOG stream and play not old games.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to make that about me, Tyler. I keep getting these random thoughts.
I mean,
in
it was
my head.
about my dad for a couple seconds even. I think it's okay.
I get these random thoughts in my head, and I don't want to make sure I say them before I'm like 2 weeks from now. What fuck? I meant to mention that. So,
I get it. I get it.
Anyway, I would like feedback. If anybody, I don't care if you really do or not. I'll probably still do the streaming. But if you ever want to watch me, if you are interested in seeing me play some Overwatch badly or Fortnite badly or probably some Zelda badly when it comes out, let me know. I'll be listening on the Discord, bit.ly/TADPOG Discord.
Or ChrisTasters.com.
ChrisTasters.com or...
That may or may not work.
Let's look.
I can't buy another domain.
I'm not going to have you buy it. I'm just curious if it's available.
It's got to be, right? My money's on yes, it's available. Unless there's somebody named Christ Ators.
Christ Asters. Now I don't know how to spell Chris Tasters. Damn it. Roads. ChrisTasters.com.
You an incognito?
It's available, and you can get it for $1 for the first year with a 2-year registration.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. The second year's
$400.
Now I spelled that CHRIS.
We'll
Is that how you
we'll have to
envisioned it?
register
unless we do it
KHRIS.
for-
I mean, I was going on Chris Hansen,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Right. We'll just have to do it all the spellings of Chris.
KHRIS.
Like the Kirby dagger. We'll do it KRISS.
Over Chris Vaughn.
Chris
Taster.
Vaughn, ChrisTasters.com, spelled like your name is spelled, with a KH, is also available. Chris, I recommend you buy that.
Chris Von Tasters.
Just, I think Chris Tasters is just better.
But someone else might get Chris Von Tasters, so you might as well
Yeah.
get it.
And then
both.
get the US,
Get
the
both.
.org.
Gotta get the .us. I mean, you have to. .fun.
.net,
fun.
God, Chris Von Tasters .fun. Yes.
.biz.
I'm buying that right now. That would actually be a really funny way to get people to the Discord.
Ooh, that's what I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna get into Secret Santa this year, and then whoever I get, I'm gonna buy a domain of their name, Tasters.fun.
All right. Okay. I like that. That's good.
I just need to know your DNS information.
We talked about doing a condiment draft.
Yes.
Condiment draft.
I
Yeah.
love condoms.
Oh,
Oh,
we differ.
sorry.
You're the only one.
Oh, I thought you were my French fries. Oh, turns out you're my cinnamon roll.
All right.
I didn't say I love wearing condoms. I just love condoms.
Oh, I just love them.
I like to look
okay.
at them.
Oh, whew.
You chew them like
They're like-
cone heads.
Yeah. We got our brads.
Show notes.
And you be eating French fries like cajon heads with your mouth.
Yeah. Consume mass quantities.
Consume mass quantities.
Yeah. Narful the Garflock.
So Dave 1 and 2, Ian 3 and 4, me 5 and 6. Ian first.
I'm first. So define condiments in this context. What are we? Because like I put ranch dressing on stuff.
A ranch is
That's
totally
definitely a
Is it a
condiment.
condiment or is it a salad dressing?
Can we do it on a case by case?
It's both.
Can I say that something is a condiment that's not traditionally a condiment if I use it as a condiment?
Throw it out there.
Can I do whatever the fuck I want
fucking throw it
because
out
it's
there.
my fucking show?
We'll fucking hash it out. Just
Okay.
throw it out there. You could say it's T-bone steak.
Ranch.
And then it's totally a condiment.
Ranch.
I feel like that
Absolutely.
speaks for itself, but it has to be a picky. There's some real bad ranch out there.
Who has the best ranch?
Well, it's Hidden Valley ranch that's made for a salad bar, like at Pizza
You make it out of the
Inn.
packet. You don't buy the bottle.
Well, I'll eat it from the bottle. I like the bottle. I put a nipple on it. I put a little condom on it and poke a hole and just suck
Christ,
the ranch
baby.
right out of the
Holy shit.
bottle.
Too hot.
I think
Oh, the shirt monster's back.
Dave, your dad just texted me. He wants to give me $5 for the troll toll so he can get in our boy's hole.
I mean, fucking zip it up, zip it out.
Just send Shmean over there. He won't know the difference. He's never seen
I don't like Shmean. Shmean
I don't want Shmean anywhere near my
Yeah.
His
dad.
asshole's too gritty.
Shmean is not a generous lover. I mean, sometimes gritty's good.
Shmean's asshole is too gritty. That's the next T-shirt, everybody.
Bossbattles.gg.
Bossbattles.gg
Choctopus
slash-
approved.
/ Shmean. No, I like Hidden Valley Ranch in any form just because I like that flavor the most. But if I'm picking, like, if I want to dip my pizza in it or something, I would prefer the kind that's made from the packet or in a big jug, like,
Buttermilk, sour cream.
buttermilk,
ranch mix.
handmade.
Yep.
Like Dairy Queen right now, their ranch, they mix it up every day now. They don't like have prepackaged ones. They make their own and it's Hidden Valley Ranch from the powder or whatever. I don't know how they do it there, but that's my number one choice.
The kids love Wingstop Ranch the most.
Wingstop Ranch.
Nikki loves
is
Wingstop
fucking.
Ranch.
That is the best ranch. That is a fact. That is the best.
When we order Wingstop, she gets an extra large
Yeah, we do too.
thing because she'll keep it in the fridge.
Yeah, we do too, and we'll work it for a week on whatever. I'll eat it on. I'll eat ranch on just about anything. Mostly it's pizza, it's funny. I don't put it on salad. I usually go a different way for salad, but I use ranch as a condiment frequently. French fries, pizza, hamburgers. It's good.
Okay.
My pick, number one, ranch dressing.
My number one has to be, and forever thankful for John Turley for introducing me to it, sriracha. Can't get enough. Absolutely love sriracha.
I think about you every time I hear the word sriracha. I think of you.
I had a poster in the other annex for a minute.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that you still enjoy it
Oh, yeah.
because I mean you flew real close to the sun on that one.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like I could see you burning out on it because like you really
Yeah.
you really
I had a
like
keychain
sriracha
with it.
I mean you really like sriracha. I mean that's great. But yeah.
You're a fan. I'll see if I can find a Funko Pop of sriracha.
Just
I'm
sriracha.
sure they have one.
You're probably right. I love something else that's new that I absolutely love is the combination of sriracha and blue cheese.
Yeah.
It tastes like neither one. If you don't like blue cheese, mix it with some sriracha. Like, dude, that shit with sweet potato fries, number one, and on a burger.
Wow.
Okay.
Great.
It might. Man, I like sriracha okay. I, out of those three things, like blue cheese, sweet potato fries, and sriracha, I like sriracha the most, but it's still like at around a 7. And then everything kind of. I'm curious if those three things together, though. I'm like, all right, fuck yeah, let's do this.
Well, that's how Anthony Bourdain describes a Negroni. Because
What'd you call me?
He hates all the ingredients in a Negroni. He's like, they're all
What
they're
is
all
it?
shitty, but you put them together,
don't know what
it's
it
a
is.
magical
I don't
drink.
either.
It's a very
Lord.
old school cocktail.
I have to clean that up.
Tyler has paper towels right here.
Man, this beer was sitting here for like, I don't know, 40 days. It's not like it was shaken up or anything.
It's a Guinness.
Well, this whole time I've been flash vibrating the table.
I didn't notice. I'm used to it, I guess.
Ooh, it smells like Guinness in here now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it probably will for a while.
For a while, yeah.
Sorry about that.
It is what it is, man. Don't
No,
sweat
I like it. A Negroni is gin, Campari, and sweet vermouth.
Oh, so it's an alcoholic
okay.
beverage.
Yes.
Okay.
Is his favorite, but individually he does not like any of those alcohols.
Okay. That was Anthony Bourdain?
Yep.
Well, see, it's funny too because I don't like the way ranch smells,
Really?
but I like the way it tastes.
Interesting.
But I can't like when I go to wash up dishes and stuff, and when the ranch hits the hot water like coming out of the faucet, and I get that ranch steam, I can't stand that smell.
Ranch
I don't know.
steam.
This was my band name in high school.
I'm like that with cum. It's fine. I get it.
Yeah. Dave.
You know what? Because all this ranch talk, I normally probably wouldn't even get here, but I'm gonna go with garlic sauce.
Yeah,
that-
like a
does that
garlic,
count?
like a
Yeah.
garlic aioli.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go with that.
Hell yeah.
I rarely use it, but I'm always like pleased. You know, like
Right.
it's not something that I like put on stuff regularly, but it's always like when it's an option. It's
you
always
do,
like, oh yeah, we'll put a little bit on that on there.
Mhm.
Likes that garlic. Definitely not a vampire,
I'm
this
with
guy.
you.
God, I love garlic. God, I love garlic.
I do too.
Regular Wario over fucking here with this garlic. I love it. I love it. Fucking speaking of like Wingstop, the garlic Parmesan
Oh,
wing.
those are fucking good.
I normally go
as
like
hell.
I like going spicy with wings, but sometimes I'm like I want to smell like shit the rest of the day, and I'll get those because I do until I shower, floss, and brush my teeth. There is a hint of that, and I have to change clothes too.
I
It's
burp
like I'm a child.
garlic. I burp 3 days later and I taste the garlic.
Yeah.
It doesn't never go away.
I like that though.
See, I
Yeah.
want more.
It's like a nice reminder. Wednesday.
Oh, right.
I was so happy when I found that brand of garlic for like pita chips. I want more stuff that's garlic. Give me less garlic plus Parmesan.
Sure.
I want just garlic.
I get that. I think the garlic Parmesan, I think that like flavor combo is a lot more marketable, I think is the problem. But I agree with you. I mean, I like the garlic Parmesan mix, but yes, just garlic, that's really good too. Just Parmesan. I'm fine with that too.
Yeah. They don't have to
don't have to always be
cohabitate.
They don't have, but exactly.
I don't like the dust on garlic Parmesan stuff.
I get that. I get that.
Even the slightest bit of perspiration on your hands turns that into some sort of invulnerable paste.
I'm like that with the white
never
cheddar.
goes away.
Like
yeah.
I love like the white cheddar popcorn and stuff. But man, I eat like 5 of those things and it's like, all right, I want to like.
It's like battering something. You get the glove.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. And it's not even like, I remember being a kid and like loving like, okay, I just ate a shitload of Cheetos. Now I'm going to like scrape this Cheeto like sludge
A
off
centimeter of.
Yeah. I don't like that anymore.
Right, because fingers are gross.
Right.
Yeah, you don't really think about that when you're little.
Yeah.
Ian, number 2.
Well, I'm going to follow in the footsteps of ranch and dressings that I use as condiments. Honey mustard.
Honey mustard.
Just Hamburgers has the best honey mustard
Do
this
they?
side of the Rockies.
Oh, dude.
It's so good. It's so good.
I love their death breath.
I've heard many good things about Death Breath.
Speaking of garlic,
Right.
it's like a spicy garlic
Gage
sauce.
is always asked when we go there. Gage requests the Death Breath
Oh, yeah.
for everything.
Yeah.
But me, it's gonna be that honey mustard, baby. I love it.
Cool.
So I'm going to be very specific on this one.
Okay.
Because I like this condiment, it's got to have this thing on it. It has to be this brand. I hate what is associated with this brand. I don't buy anything else of this brand but this one thing.
Okay.
So Heinz jalapeno ketchup.
Okay.
The jalapeno ketchup is good. You
Any
don't.
other jalapeno ketchup, don't like it. Walmart brand, no thank you. But the Heinz jalapeno brand ketchup, love it.
I'm not a fan of jalapeno flavor personally,
man.
so I've not ever tried that. But I've heard good things. I've heard it's very good.
I've never tried any other jalapeno ketchup than Heinz. I'm a label licker when it comes to ketchup. I mean, so you don't like regular Heinz ketchup?
Heinz is a company in general, just like they're like Nestle. They're really shitty.
Oh.
They do a lot of bad things, and they also have the lowest percentage of actual tomatoes in their products as opposed to every single other brand of ketchup that exists.
I gotcha. I don't really.
But I just maybe it's the lack of tomatoes and the increase in jalapenos that maybe
Yeah.
that's why I like the Heinz ketchup.
Maybe.
But-
So what's your go-to regular ketchup then?
Hunt's.
Yep. Yeah. That's like it's either Heinz or Hunt's, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Otherwise, you're like taking your life in your hands, right? Can you name another brand of ketchup?
Walmart. Great value.
Which is either Hunt's or Heinz, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be one of the two.
There's Red Gold.
Oh, Red
Red
Gold, you're right.
Gold.
Yep.
New segment. Ian names ketchups.
I've got another.
Catsups.
It's one
there's
other one. I
catsup,
can't
you're
think
right.
of the name of it now. I know of one. I just can't think of its name.
There is a difference, right, between ketchup and catsup. Isn't like catsup like a little thinner or something?
It is. It's
Is that the deal?
I can't. I looked this up like a month ago, but I don't remember what it was
Oh yeah,
now.
yeah. I mean, why would anybody? But yeah, I'm curious.
11 ketchup brands
Holy shit!
ranked from worst to best.
Ranked. Can we vote?
According to mashed.com. By
Okay.
the way, BuzzFeed.
Like BuzzFeed, what ketchup brand are you?
No. BuzzFeed is shutting down, everyone.
What?
BuzzFeed
Is this real?
shutting down. It's real.
Wow.
We live to see it.
We better get all our
born and
quizzes in
die.
now before they're gone.
All right, I'm gonna read the according to mashed.com.
Worst
the
best?
11 ketchup brands ranked from worst to best.
Okay.
Number 11, Del Monte tomato ketchup.
Okay.
Okay.
I've seen that.
Number
Me
10.
too.
Yep.
Number 10, Sir Kensington's
What?
ketchup classic.
What? You gotta know what a crumpet is and know Sir Kensington's ketchup classic.
The guy on the bottle looks like the Monopoly man a little bit. He's got the top hat and the monocle and everything. Next up, number 9, Primal Kitchen ketchup.
Primal Kitchen.
Organic unsweetened ketchup. God, I bet that is terrible. Unsweetened ketchup shouldn't.
Isn't like the main ingredient in ketchup
It's
sugar?
Yes. Sugar and vinegar. Number 8, Market Pantry tomato ketchup. You can buy this at Target, apparently. Target. Let me
Not
jump,
around here, you can't.
Fancy.
Man.
let me jump back up. I do not know where you can purchase Sir Kensington's ketchup. Primal Kitchen. I don't know where you can buy that either. Market Pantry, however, Target.
Okay.
Number 7, 365 by Whole Foods tomato ketchup.
No, their store brand, yeah.
Purchasable at Whole Foods.
Huh.
At number 6,
Not around here, it's not.
Annie's organic ketchup.
Never had
Annie's?
that.
I don't know where you can buy
I think
it.
Kroger carries that.
Annie's organic ketchup. Number 5, French's makes a ketchup apparently.
Okay. That makes
French's
sense. that they would.
ketchup. I would try French's ketchup. I love their mustard. Their mustard products are. Did you know that on the French's mustard bottle, the little flip cap
Yeah.
has a little notch, so you can lock it in place while it's open,
Gotta push that bad boy all the way back.
and then it won't
didn't
flop
know
into
that.
your mustard squeeze.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Anyway, Hunt's is number 4. Hunt's.
Hunt's.
Purchasable literally at the bank if you probably wanted to. You can buy that
Give me
anywhere.
all your hunts.
Number-
Put all your hunts in the bag.
Number 3, my personal favorite, Tyler's least favorite, because they're evil apparently, Heinz tomato ketchup. That's my brand.
That's
I am
mine as
a
well, yeah.
Ketchup snob.
Before I knew they were the Joseph Mengele.
That was number 3. So now we're up to the top 2 ketchup brands according to mash.com. Number 2 is Trader Joe's organic ketchup.
I want a Trader Joe's. I want a Trader Joe's more than I want like a Target.
Yep.
More than I want a
Yep.
Whole Foods. Like, I mean, I
Yep.
want a fucking Trader Joe's.
Went there all the time in DC.
Man, I want a Trader Joe's.
Is it a store like a grocery?
Yep.
It's kind of like a Midtown Market.
Oh, gotcha.
It's the partner to Aldi. They're both the same.
Oh, is that
the same
right? I
company.
did not know that.
But man, they have some weird stuff there. That's like, I love, yeah.
Okay.
They had one in Lexington.
Well, according to this survey, according to this list, I should say, Mash.com ranks the number one ketchup as Whataburger. Fancy
Can you
ketchup.
buy it?
My
They're-
parents have some.
What?
They're,
They,
Really?
they brought the spicy and the regular and brought it home for us to try.
according to Mash,
Did you like it?
Yeah.
there are two types of people in this world: those who love Whataburger ketchup and those who don't know what they're missing.
Wow.
This spicy Southern cult favorite is a delicious departure from other brands.
This post brought to you by Whataburger.
One-note ketchup and mashed.
They go down smooth.
Apparently, it is sweet, thick.
Yeah.
It has close to tasting like ketchup perfection as any of us will probably ever get. Okay.
All right.
I
Wow.
never was
It's over the
aware of
top.
this. I guess we'd have to Amazon that shit around here though,
I think
because
my parents still have that bottle. Bring it over.
Where did they get it? Do you remember?
and how old is it?
I think my
Good questions.
aunt.
Is it older than the shit on
a
that
few
card
months.
over there?
No, it won't be that old. That's all been there for a minute. A few months. They brought it back when they went to Texas.
Well, when I
We
go
can
to
purchase Whataburger fancy ketchup in a 3-pack on Amazon for $23.48.
but only if people go to pissasters.com and
Yeah.
increase their donation.
One,
Because that's a lot for
Just
fucking
buy
ketchup.
the boys some ketchup.
well, it's a one.
Let's do a campaign.
To be fair, the bottle of ketchup is 1.25 pounds of
Oh,
ketchup.
the ketchup monster's here.
Oh, it's fighting with the shirt monster. Apparently, Whataburger has various other sauces and condiments: ketchup, mustard, barbecue sauce, and okay,
All right.
they should be called what a condiment because apparently that's what they do is very good condiments. So anyway, that covers our ketchup segment,
It's
our weekly ketchup segment.
catching up.
Catching up.
Holy shit.
New
Holy
podcast.
shit. It does right
That
itself.
is perfect.
Get the 712 episodes on that one. I like the containers Chick-fil-A has where you open it up and you can dip in.
It's also
Yeah, that looks like a
nice
little
that
Heinz
it's
bottle.
shaped
That
like
is,
a
that's
bottle.
The best.
I do like
That's
that.
the best dispenser. Yeah.
They're designed that way because of the fries.
Yeah, it makes
So
total
you have
sense.
a thing to dip the fries in.
Totally.
That's why.
Or you take the top
Absolutely.
off and squirt it on your burger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Heinz for the win.
Heinz for the there. Yeah,
In
good
that
design.
regard.
Good design.
All right, Dave.
Yeah.
Your number 2 is up.
Pickles.
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 Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Dill pickles. Tommy pickles. Pickles. Pickle spears. But I guess in this regard, it's just sliced pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you like
Condiment.
them?
Does that count as a condiment?
Does it go on a burger?
Yeah.
I mean,
would say
because
so.
if you just chop it up a little bit, call it relish.
Relish.
I mean, so yeah, I think pickle's close enough.
And if I have to
I'll
go
take
relish, I'll go relish.
Yeah, so
I prefer
close
I
enough.
prefer a sliced pickle though.
Like a good whole relish,
Yeah.
also called a pickle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reconstructed,
A reconstructed
relish.
relish.
So if playing devil's advocate, if sliced pickles aren't a condiment, what are they?
A topping.
A topping?
Burgers have toppings. Yeah, it would be a topping in my
Yes.
opinion.
Okay.
But for the purposes of our quiz or our draft today, I would
I think
say
you
that
also,
counts
if
as
you
a
just
condiment.
cut them
Yeah.
differently, then they'd be considered a condiment. So
Right.
I think it's blurred lines.
If you were to
'Cause-
grind pickles up into a paste
Uh-huh.
and squeeze it on a burger, would you eat it?
Yeah.
Then it's a condiment.
would you eat it? Pasticles.
Would you eat
it?
yourself?
Paste pickles. Come over here and try some of my paste pickles, Dave.
I'm just curious because it's like, yeah, I guess those are toppers, right? Because it's like, when you order a burger, they're like, what do you want on it? They like the descriptors left out. It's like, what do you mean? What do I want? Like, I imagine if English isn't your first language, it's a very confusing question.
A waffle? I don't know. I think generally I would consider condiments like ketchup, mustard, mayo type of thing. So I don't know, but I'm willing to count it. Because it's our fucking show and we can do whatever we want.
Pickles. Fuck you, won't do what you tell me.
Hell
Pickles.
Yes. Pickles. Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah.
And number 3.
Oh, it is my turn, isn't it? Fuck, I had a good one. I forgot what I was going to say for my third one. I knew I should have written it down. Must not be that good if I can't remember what it is. I'll go ahead and defer to some of my later choices and hopefully it comes back to me. I do like mayonnaise, but I do not like Miracle Whip.
Okay, damn,
Fair.
we've definitely done condiments.
No, I think we've just had the mayonnaise Miracle Whip conversation.
Okay.
Which I'm not going to go into details about.
We've talked about being a king of flavor.
Hellman's mayonnaise is my
Hellman's?
number 3.
Okay.
Specifically. I could go find a list of the 11 best mayonnaises,
I
probably,
defy you.
but I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Hellman's mayonnaise.
Okay. Patty mayonnaise.
I'll build on your mayonnaise a little bit, and I'm going to say for my number 3, horsey sauce.
Horsey
Ooh,
sauce is good. Now I know what yours is, Ian. I think. I have a guess, I should say. Horsey sauce is good.
Horsey sauce
Love
is
good horsey
good.
sauce.
Now, are you specifically referring to Arby's horsey sauce or just horseradish sauce?
It could
in
be
general?
horseradish.
Oh, okay.
Arby's horsey sauce
that'll do.
and their barbecue sauce or their
Arby's sauce.
Arby's sauce is now available in bottles
I saw it,
at
yep.
Walmart.
Whoa, you can get the horsey sauce in a
Yeah,
bottle?
We bought the bottle of the horsey and the Arby's sauce last week and had it on Starnes barbecue.
Holy shit. That sounds great.
Yeah.
That sounds
Mine was blown because it was the best of both worlds.
What time does Starnes close? They close early.
They close at like
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
Yeah,
It's
damn.
like because they're up at like 3 in the morning making
Right.
BQ every day. So
I was going to swing by before Joe Dirt. Maybe try to-
well, they're
They're closed by then.
you think they're closed by
I think-
7?
I bet they
7
are.
o'clock,
Yeah.
7:30.
I bet they are.
I bet they close at
They
6.
probably close at like, they might even close at like 3.
Well, I know because people go there after work
Oh,
and
okay.
get dinner.
Oh, okay.
So I bet they close around 6.
I like
And
Harned's too.
God, Starnes is one of those places where if you don't know how shit works in there, you are fucked.
Like, what do you mean?
It's one of those deals where it's like you walk in and be like, "Hello, I'd
Oh.
like to buy a pound of barbecue."
Right.
And they're like, "Did you call it in?"
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry. Did you call it in? What's the name? No, we. Yeah, we'll get just. We'll get you in a minute.
Yeah.
Just go over there. We'll have you ready to go and just say it's one of those like.
The social contracts there. It's like
Yeah.
it's like culture shock.
Yeah,
Because it's like the building itself looks like it's from the 40s, which it
probably
is.
is.
And
yeah, I'm not gonna just. I don't, I'm pretty comfortable just about anywhere. I can blend in on just about any situation, but I doubt very
Starnes.
seriously that I would be able to walk into Starnes at lunch and sit down and have lunch and be comfortable just because I feel like I'm going to say something wrong.
yeah, I feel like that at Kirchhoff sometimes.
Same. I do not go there either for the same
I mean, I
reason.
love it there
Because
but
there's
the-
a line, that goes all
Real
the way to
long.
Mayfield. And then by the time you get up to the counter and you got to look at the menu and you're like, well, let me think. You just know everyone behind you is about to kill you, about to murder you
Well,
because you don't know what you're doing.
I normally know what I want when I get up there, but the problem is when I have to fucking pull an audible. Like that one time when I was like,
if they don't have something
they're like,
you want.
we're out of bacon. And it's like, fuck.
I
And it's
didn't
like,
plan for this.
I just look at the person behind me. I'm like, go ahead. Go ahead. I gotta think this
Did you
through.
do your Kirchhoff sandwich draft? Go to number 2.
Yeah, here's your flow chart.
Do they have bacon? Yes. Order that.
Yep.
No. Order this.
I hate to admit it, but I left because I was like, I really wanted that sandwich. So I'm gonna
Hey man, no compromising up in here.
had my heart set on it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I
And
get
then
it.
And then it's like, fuck, it doesn't matter what else I get here, even if it's still good, which it would be. The whole time I'm eating it, I would be like, yeah, but it ain't I think Three Little Pigs. Is that their sandwich or is that someone else's? It's their version of Three Little Pigs, where it's like the ham, bacon, and other pork product. I can't remember what the other pork product is.
It's like the chicken tenders at Just Hamburgers, which I have never before talked about on this show.
No.
That's not true. I've talked about it a lot. But when you go and you got your mind, when I've got my mind set on chicken tenders from Just Hamburgers and they're out and I have to get a burger, it's like, if I'd gotten this burger yesterday, it would taste a lot better, but I wanted chicken tenders.
That's my here's my strategy with Just Burgers. Chicken tenders first, and if I don't like the special that they're running that week for whatever reason, then it's just not doing it. You have to go to Just Burgers with the mindset they're not going to have the tenders.
I do now.
Yeah.
I mean, after that couple of times back when I was still like occasionally coming on the show and I had my rant about the chicken tenders.
Right. I remember.
Oh, that was epic. But from that point forward, I set my mind that no, I am going to assume they don't have them. And then when they do,
You're surprised.
I'm happy
Yep.
and happily surprised by
Yep.
this.
That's the only way to do it.
Unless you're buying chicken tenders for a child who really wants chicken tenders, and then you have to find a way to explain to said child,
You got to tell
they
them up
had
front.
no chicken. Yeah,
That's
you
what
got to
we-
warn them. You got to
yeah,
tell them that they
that's-
may not have
That's
them.
literally what we have to do.
What's your alternative?
Where it's like, we're going to Just Burgers. I know you want tenders. I want them too. They might not have them because 60% of the time they don't at this time of day
Right.
because they close crazy early.
Who just went?
I did. So
You did.
Now we're back. Dave's number 3.
I like hot sauce,
Mm-hmm.
but I like buffalo sauce. I'm gonna go with Frank's Red Hot. I like
That's a
Frank's
good
Red
pick.
Hot. I know I've said this on the show before. It's like a basic hot sauce, but I love it. I think it's really good.
it
I mean,
is
I love it on
fucking-
chicken. I
it's
love
excellent.
it's just solid. I like it.
No, that's a good pick. Ian, number 4.
My number 4 is hot mustard.
Yeah.
Specifically the kind. There was this kind of hot mustard that my grandfather used to eat that had a picture of the literal devil on the jar.
Yeah.
And it was really good. I got my hot mustard fix at a very young age because he used to sneak it to me. My mom and dad would get pissed because I was like 4.
Is this
you
like-
know? I mean, I shouldn't have been eating hot sauce.
Was it like Chinese restaurant style
It was
hot
that
mustard? or-
style, and
I
it
love
was
that.
kind of that style. And so
It's
yeah,
thick.
when it was thick.
Oh, God, I love
God,
that.
it's so. I want right now a fucking egg roll and a
Yeah.
packet of that hot sauce. Like
Yeah.
I can't even begin to explain
Yeah,
to
I'd
you.
split that with you for sure.
But yeah, hot mustard. I'll do just about any hot mustard.
Okay.
Sometimes though, if it's gritty, like Schmian's asshole, I don't like it. I need it to be smooth.
Yeah, I don't. When
I don't
it's
like it when it's got little.
once
pieces
again,
of
like
things
Schmian's
in it.
asshole, it doesn't bother me when it's a little gritty. Because I'm just like, it's just the seeds doing its thing.
I know, but I don't like seeds.
Yeah, I got
just
that.
things like that freak me out.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I've always had a weird texture thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, hot mustard.
What about-
it could be a horseradish mustard. It could be, a Chinese hot mustard. It's whatever. I like mustard, but only in certain very specific situations.
Okay.
Hot mustard I could have on just about anything if given the chance. I love it.
Okay.
So I'm going to consider my number 4 thieved by you then. You got me, because my number 4 was going to be, and I first had this courtesy of Ross Rachel Green sitting over in a package, is Coleman's mustard.
Oh, then
I
you're
think
gonna go HP.
That HP soft, but Coleman's mustard, that definitely falls under the hot mustard category.
I mean, though, are you being specific?
Well, it is a hot mustard. So, so instead, I'm
I'm
going to go
not trying
with,
to like corner the market on.
That's
hot mustard.
that's how a draft
Yeah,
works. You got
that's
it
the
first.
beauty of the draft.
Yeah.
All right,
You got
all
it
right.
first. So instead, I will go with my other alternate of pineapple salsa.
All right.
Love pineapple salsa.
What kind of things do you eat on it? or eat with? What do you put it on?
No, you had it right the first time. I
Eat on
think.
it.
It's like a great condiment is like you build around it.
You build around that. Like
It's like with that hot mustard.
It's the vehicle.
The egg roll came after that, right?
It did.
Right.
You're using the food as a vehicle to get the condiment in your mouth.
Yes.
Because otherwise you would look like a fucking barbarian just sucking it out like I do with ranch dressing in the condom.
Yeah. The thing I'm always telling my son, don't do that.
Yeah. Just
Not healthy.
squeeze a big old
I get
dollop of fucking mustard in your mouth.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Tacos, just with tortilla chips.
Okay.
It's good on barbecue.
Is it spicy or is it more
Spicy
sweet?
and sweet.
Okay, little column A, little
I like a little
column B.
cilantro heavy too.
Oh,
Cilantro and pineapple. Go
See,
good
I'm
together.
not a big cilantro guy.
I love cilantro.
I'm a fan. Okay, cool.
Number 4.
Dave, you got one more, two more for us?
Oh God, I have to do 2 more.
Just one right now.
So I know hot mustard has already been taken. Can I go with because I'm thinking of a hot dog right now, and it's like when I eat a hot dog, I either want, unless it's like if it's a brat, I want a bunch of stuff on a brat, which doesn't make sense. You'd think I'd want the bunch of stuff on the regular cheap hot dog to like mask.
You need a bunch of
fact
stuff for to kind of cut the fattiness of a brat.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because I do like a brat with just load it up. But like a regular hot dog, like a ballpark hot dog, all I want on that motherfucker's yellow mustard. That's all I want.
That's
on
all
it.
I ever get, unless chili's involved. I will have chili on a plain, like a Frank. But
Yeah.
for me, I'm the same way. If I just have a regular old hot dog on a bun, yellow mustard is the only thing I put on it.
So can I go yellow mustard? I know hot mustard's already
Different.
been,
It's different than hot
Different
mustard.
different
Yeah.
than hot mustard.
all right. Then I'll go yellow mustard.
Good shit. Good pick.
Thank you.
Number 5. Yeah.
It was tough. Actually, yellow mustard made my honorable mentions. I have a few honorable mentions this time around because I keep thinking of stuff and I keep moving stuff to honorable mention list. My last pick, and this was a tough one for me because I started thinking of all these delicious condiments. Cocktail sauce.
You got to make it though. I found out making my own cocktail sauce makes such a huge.
It's got to have a little bit of that. It's got to have a good horseradish kick to it. And I really, obviously, only really need it ever on shrimp, boiled, ice cold shrimp. With just that is the vehicle for the hot cocktail sauce for me. I would eat it by the spoonful if I could.
I'll do
So
cocktail
good.
sauce on raw oysters too, though,
Not for me.
I don't like oysters.
or any po' boy. So it could
Okay.
be fried clams, fried oysters, raw oysters,
fried
shrimp.
doesn't ever bother me, but Dave, I know you're not a big fish person, so I feel like cocktail
Thank you.
sauces. Maybe a little fried fish. No, it's not anymore. Good for okay, but I feel like you got to be kind of a seafood person to like cocktail sauce.
Yeah.
because there's really no other. I can't think of anything else you could eat it on. It really just goes with seafood for me. I don't know that I would dip like a steak tip in cocktail sauce.
Yeah. I mean, I could.
I mean, I
but
would
yeah.
do that, but I don't think I would seek out.
I mean, it's got all the
cocktail
stuff that I
sauce
would
for my
put on a steak because horseradish on a steak, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Ketchup on a steak, I'm fine with that. Wash your sister sauce, I'm good with that on a steak. So all of it works.
That threw me off a bit.
Yeah, me too.
Didn't know what you were saying. I was gonna ask, and then my tiny little brain put it together. I finally got it. Tyler,
See, I think what my plan number 5 was going to be. I think Dave, you probably got it with your number
Outer
1
space.
as a garlic sauce / aioli, because I was going to have Papa John's garlic sauce because I do love. Whenever I saw that April Fools like buying it by the gallon,
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean, that's
I'd
what I
fucking
was
buy
thinking
that.
of when I
Yeah.
mentioned it. But you said aioli, and it made it sound fancy, and I was like, "Don't
Well,
mention Papa
that's
John's."
garlic. That's garlic mayo. I think a garlic sauce. That's more
Yeah.
of like a garlic sauce. So I will go with balsamic vinegar.
Damn, man, my next one was gonna be vinegar, like legit.
Do vinegar, malt vinegar, white vinegar, red
fucking
vinegar.
malt vinegar,
Malt
is
vinegar.
so
Champagne vinegar.
good.
Okay, well then spoilers for my next pick because I was like over here. I was like, man, malt vinegar, like, and not to cut you off,
No, you're good.
but malt vinegar like on some fucking chips. or some fries.
We were up anyway.
It's real fucking good.
Isn't he? Or is it
Well,
Matthew?
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Tony.
I thought you were talking to me. Sorry. I wasn't
Balsamic
looking.
vinegar, the only thing to add to that would be, I also love it as balsamic vinaigrette.
Yeah.
I also love balsamic glaze.
Yeah,
I mean, and balsamic it is a different animal.
it is totally.
So
Yeah.
But honorable mention would have been malt vinegar. I love malt vinegar on fries and turnip
Oh,
greens,
so good on fries. Holy shit.
which I'd never had until first time I had Five Guys in DC, and they had
Yeah.
malt vinegar bottles everywhere.
Yeah. And I don't really like, obviously, the fish and chips, but I remember the first time I had fish and chips, what I really liked was because they drown that in malt vinegar. And it's like, that's the first time I had fries with vinegar on it. And it's like, holy shit.
I could eat myself sick on Long John Silver's fish fillets and malt vinegar.
I'd love to witness this. All right.
It's
Bring
so
these over to
Patreon
Joe
special
Dirt.
episode. We film me and eat himself sick.
Bring over some Starns with Arby's sauce and horsey sauce.
Eating pussy and fried fish until he vomits.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That sounds awesome, actually.
Ian's Grease Fest.
You have to do it blindfolded, though.
Oh, fine. Fine, I will.
Okay.
I have some honorable mentions in the condiment draft. Malt vinegar made the list for my honorable mentions for sure. Yellow mustard as well. Dave, you and I are kindred spirits today. Arby's sauce and horsey sauce.
Love
Both,
that horsey sauce, man.
both on my
I don't think
honorable
I've ever
mention
had
list.
the Arby's sauce. That's barbecue?
It's
on a beef and cheddar.
Oh, then I've had. Oh, yeah. It's that red sauce.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
That
get
is
it
good.
in packs for just regular roast beef or French dip.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I'll load up a French dip with Arby's sauce and horsey and
Damn,
dip
I might
it
get Arby's for
dipping
lunch
in that au jus.
Yep.
Getting that au jus.
Oh, that,
Thick
au jus. That's a condiment, right?
Should
Yeah.
be if it's not. And it's on my list if it is.
There's one that I.
Soy sauce, by the way, was my last honorable
I had
mention.
soy sauce on my list, but I like it more as an ingredient as opposed to a condiment.
I
But it was
love
on
it.
my honorable mentions.
I put it on my Chinese food like it's going out of style, baby. I love it.
I love salt, but I didn't feel like that was really condiment appropriate. But like I like salt too much. It's one of those
Same.
where it's like I just wait for the doctor to be like, "How much salt do you eat?"
How do I quantify all the salt
Yeah,
in a
it's-
way that you can understand?
I've been trying to be better, just to be like
I don't
an
think
example, because like Henry. I remember him being really little, and he watched me put salt on stuff, and then he'd take the shaker and want to do it the same way, and I'm like, no, too much, too much, you kill yourself. And then I'm like, I better put salt on my stuff in secret before he's watching.
funny.
Melissa and all the kids will take ketchup. So salted fries, ketchup, salt the ketchup, and then
Salt the ketchup, yeah.
See, I don't put salt on anything. I
Really?
do love salt. I love sodium. I love that flavor, and I love how it enhances food. But I never, ever, ever put salt on food ever. There might be a couple of things that I will salt, like cucumbers. I love
you
raw
got to,
cucumbers
yeah.
with salt is really good.
I have to salt a tomato.
Yeah.
I will salt a few things, but most of the time, eggs, scrambled eggs. I put salt on scrambled eggs. Aside from that, though, I don't put salt on anything, which doesn't mean I don't consume unhealthy
yeah.
amounts of
Oh, yeah,
sodium
yeah.
because it's in fucking everything I
Everything.
eat.
Yes.
But I don't add salt at least. So.
Yeah.
I had wasabi as an honorable mention.
Oh, man, that's so
Fuck,
good. I wish I
wasabi
thought of
is
that.
So good.
I haven't had it in 10 years, but ramp mustard.
I don't know
So
this.
ramps are a green that grows in like the West Virginia area. That's it. It's a delicacy. It's a very seasonal. People will have big ramp dinners and things like that. Like chefs love to import ramps during that one ramp season. So there's a company called, I think it was like Ed's, that would do ramp everything. So you could buy them year round because it's in a mustard. It's canned, So the butcher shop I worked at sold this ramp mustard, and it was amazing.
Can I tell you?
Ramps, a.k.a. wild leeks or Allium trichocum, are part of the Allium family, which includes other vegetables like chives, garlic,
Love chives.
leeks,
Love garlic.
scallions, and shallots.
Oh, this sounds really good.
The word ramps became part of colloquial American English from Southern Appalachia, where it's a regional word for spring onion or wild leek.
They are so amazing. So amazing.
Okay.
I'm to the point now, I cannot, this is truth. This isn't for yucks, and I cannot hear the word delicacy without thinking of cranberry sauce. Like it is, they're one and the same. I mean, like I can't. It's when you said it, the first thing that came to mind was cranberry sauce. I mean, it was like this Pavlovian response.
Well, Ryan and I will tell that story to my dad at Thanksgiving, and he will still say it to somebody. One of the kids, to one of the wives, he will still say it to somebody.
I can't. This is not a joke, not an exaggeration. I hear delicacy, and that's the first thing I think of. My brain has to jump off of that and be like, here's the definition of delicacy.
My last honorable mention was signature sauce, McDonald's signature sauce.
Oh.
That's the only thing besides ketchup I want on a McNugget, and of course they don't. It's long gone.
Oh, maybe you could do a fucking Rick and Morty thing and bring that back next. And then people will buy it by the jug and then forget all about it.
Oh, yeah, it was like a spicy Big Mac sauce almost. Loved it.
Bring me all the bacon and eggs that you have.
We can do Parks and Recs bits. God, for a draft.
Do that too. You guys will take a break, then come back and Pinocchio it up.
We do want to do that. Stay tuned for an interesting transition that will feature something we talked about in the last hour.
This 32-year-old guy wants to spend a Sunday afternoon chilling with a 13-year-old girl after texting her about getting stoned. But Mike Manzi's date is about to go up in smoke. You'll be shocked when you hear what Manzi does for a living. He's a math tutor. You heard it right. He teaches some of New York and Connecticut's wealthiest children how to solve complicated equations. But you might say Manzi flunked basic arithmetic, because 32 plus 13 adds up to trouble. Online, he calls himself Mike Thrilla. He's a self-employed tutor with a bachelor's degree in mathematics from a small New York college. He's obsessed with pizza, and he says he smokes marijuana often. Math tutor Mike Manzi's number is up. He thought he was going to spend the day smoking pot with a 13-year-old girl. Instead, he's spending it with me and the police.
There's something you need to know.
Is there cops?
There's something you need to know.
Please.
I'm Chris Hansen.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Please let me go home, guys.
All right, you guys ready? We're rolling for Pinocchio.
Rolling.
Pinocchio and lowing.
We gotta be back on that, right? So,
Yeah, that's it.
So we were back on that.
Yeah, I'll fade into it. I'll fade into
Perfect.
it.
So yeah, let's talk about Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
That movie always bothered me when I was a kid.
Let's talk about it. I'm ready. Let's talk about the movie.
I always did.
That movie.
Pinocchio was
Horrifying.
It was horrifying.
Care for it.
Lampwick turning into a donkey.
Jesus.
So I rewatched this movie
Oh,
for
God.
this
I
episode
couldn't do it.
with Nikki and Henry. And Henry noped out. And I'm glad that he did, because he noped out before the Pleasure Island donkey scene. That shit scared me as a kid. That is still fucking scary now. It's honestly, it might be more.
I think it's a scared straight movie.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
It is a scared straight movie. It's Disney's second ever animated film
After Snow White.
after
yes.
Snow White. And I'm telling you, when I was a kid, seeing this movie it fucked with me. I wanted to like it, you know, and I can't say that I don't like it, but it bothered me.
Well, I don't really care for any classic Disney.
Yeah.
None of
I
it.
really don't. I don't like Bambi. I don't like Dumbo. I don't like this.
I like the
Snow White was
animation.
most acceptable to me, I guess.
Really? Yeah. I like, because like when I was watching Pinocchio last night, it was like, this is really fucking amazing that they did this in 1940.
Right.
Like the animation
There's
is
no
like,
question.
it's fucking wild that it's like, they're even messing with perspective and stuff. And that's kind of how I was like selling it to Henry. I was like, man, computers didn't exist. Like they just They drew this stuff. Isn't that wild? He's like, yeah. And he was into it to a point where he kind of Goonies out. Did I talk about how he didn't like the Goonies?
You did.
Yeah, he didn't like the Goonies because he's like, everybody's mean to each other.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And it's like, okay, that's valid. You don't like it. You know why you don't like it. You're good. With Pinocchio, he like got up and just thank God it was for the Pleasure Island scene. But he was like, I'm just tired of like all these bad things happening in Pinocchio.
Yeah, it's
and I'm like,
true.
oh yeah, and like the people who are doing bad things to him, no consequences at all.
It's real life.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is.
It's too real.
And it makes sense that it's like the 1940s, right? Because but at the same time, it's like, fuck, man, this is like bleak.
I do buy into Donkey from Shrek being one of the
Holy God!
transformed.
I'd never heard that.
Yeah, that's the theory that Donkey is one of those
Holy
kids.
shit!
Yeah. I was like
Wow.
that. Yeah, that absolutely
Holy
has to be.
I'm
shit.
true.
sold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it was Eddie Murphy who like went to Pleasure
Anyway,
Island?
he went to Pleasure Island.
Yeah, the Nutty Professor went to Pleasure Island. Fuck, man, I love that. But yeah, the Lampwick, like, I thought I was able to handle it. You know, like it's not like I fucking like lost my mind, but. When like Lampwick goes to like he turns to Pinocchio for help and he's like his hands turn into hooves. I fucking hate that. I hate that. I hate it
It's
so much.
Just helpless and awful.
It's body horror. It's like
is.
Disney
Yeah.
animation. It's wild. And like I had a nightmare.
Those dudes are tripping balls throughout the entirety of the 40s and 50s. I mean, there is all manner of weird shit coming out of Disney, and Pinocchio is no exception.
The book
Did I
is
send
even
you guys
more
the
dark.
slow mo body horror that was Turbo Teen turning into a car?
That was bad enough in regular
If
fucking
somebody really
speed.
slowed it down, you see his face just turn into the front end of the
Oh no, I don't think I've seen that.
his, like
good.
they made it where he screams when his legs lengthen and turn into wheels in the back of the car.
That's great. That reminds me of what was that? You remember that Adult Swim show about? Was it like Gabriel? It was like this like low poly CG animation where he's like, I guess he's like some kind of like Native American angel or something, and it's really like super like creepy looking, like on purpose.
Was it like somebody goes in the internet or something like that?
I don't. Maybe. I only watched like an episode. I was like, not for me. I like weird shit on Adult Swim, but I don't know. I'm not ready for that. But like the Pinocchio book is that the film is based on is like way even darker.
All those German fairy tale things, they're all like that. And yeah, Pinocchio is again no exception. It's a lot. They softened it for the
In
for the
Disney,
movie.
yeah, for sure they did. I remember my grandmother gave me Pinocchio, the book, to read when I was like, I don't know, too young. I mean, like maybe like 1800s, not too young. You know, it's like I'm 10 and I will live for 20 more years. You know?
The ripe old age of 30.
Right. But like, I don't know, 10 in 1991 is a little bit different. And I remember reading it. She gave it to me because we had watched the movie together, Pinocchio the movie, you know? And I guess she thought I liked it a little more than I did. But so she gave me the book, and I remember I was reading it, and then I got to the part where Pinocchio kills Jiminy Cricket, and I was like, nope. Smashes that motherfucker with a mallet, kills him fucking dead. And it's like, I don't know, I haven't read it since, but like I remember being a kid, and it seeming like Jimmy Cricket just like shows up, and like within a page, Pinocchio's like, you're dead.
Fuck
You're
you,
looking for the hidden
conscience.
cameras. Like, is somebody.
Someone glue this page into Pinocchio?
Apparently, there's a newer one out now by Guillermo del Toro.
I want to watch that.
I don't
but
know if
haven't.
it's gonna be. It's stop motion, which looks really good. I don't know if it's gonna be the dark version of
Yeah.
Pinocchio. You
Surely.
know, I feel like it is
Yeah,
with
it would have to be.
considering
I
it's
would
him.
hope
But
that it is. And it's like it's what's fucked up is like I sound like a baby when I'm like, man, this 1940s Disney film is so fucked up. But
No,
like,
you don't.
But like,
it is.
but like, a lot of it is. It feels perverse because it is a Disney film.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if this had been like someone else put this out, it's like this is a Max Fleischer animation.
Right.
I'd have been like, okay. I was maybe not expecting it to be fucking dark, but at least it's not like Disney, you know, like when it's got the Disney name
Disney's
on
my
it.
safe place.
Yeah,
Don
what have you
Bluth's
done?
Pinocchio. Let's see.
Yes, yeah, that's about right.
I mean, back then Disney was kind of went hardcore. You know, I mean, Bambi's hard to watch. You know, they don't.
Man,
they
I
don't-
remember watching
they don't
Bambi the
spare
first
you.
time. Fuck, dude.
They didn't have any regard for that kind of thing. Like, we're telling a fucking dark story here. This is a fucking plot point. You know,
And I like
fucking even
The boomer,
Simba's, even
the boomer
Mufasa getting killed.
animators eating their lead paint chips while they're animating.
Yeah, exactly.
Kids love this shit.
Just chain smoking, fucking like every like old video you see of an animator, he's literally got 4 cigarettes
Yep.
hanging out of his mouth and a cup of coffee, and he's shaking. But I mean, even Mufasa dying in The Lion King was dark.
Man,
you
I
know?
saw something the other day that you guys may have seen already, but it's talking about like, why don't you see Mufasa's body after he dies? Have you guys seen this? Like, there's this, like, it's like I saw it on a YouTube short, but it looked like one of those that had been converted from a TikTok, and it's like, huh? And then they cut to a scene of like they take you on a journey. It's like, what? Why would his body disappear? Something ate it? Well, what eats lions? And like go to Wikipedia and it's like, well, nothing really eats lions, but other lions. And then they cut to the scene where Scar
I
is
have
talking
seen this.
and he's got a lion, he's working a lion
Yes.
skull with his fingers. And it's like, holy shit, he ate
God.
Mufasa?
Yeah, I have seen that. It's
Right.
been a minute, but
All
yes,
right.
I have seen that. That tracks. That tracks. There was I saw on Reddit too. Speaking of Mufasa, someone
Ooh,
made
say it again.
Ooh, say it again. Mufasa. They someone made a cake. Their I think it was their daughter specifically requested a cake of the scene of Simba standing on the cliff looking at his dead father. It was brilliant. It was brilliant.
That's
Perfect.
That's about the time in the quote live action remake of Lion King that like Henry was like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Oh, okay.
I want to just to like bring home like how fucked up the book is. I want to read a little bit of a passage if you don't mind.
No, please.
Terribly. I know this isn't like
No, please do.
regular shit.
Yeah.
But it was like to the point where it was like, this is fucked up. Like, so what happens in the book is, the fox and the cat in the movie
Yeah.
that Honest John and Gideon that like trick Pinocchio. Well, they make a noose and they use it to execute Pinocchio. And here is the graphic detail of that scene. Once he's hanging from the tree, a tempestuous northerly wind began to blow and roar angrily, and it beat the poor puppet from side to side, making him swing violently, like the clatter of a bell ringing for a wedding. And the swinging gave him atrocious spasms. His breath failed him, and he could see no more. He shut his eyes, opened his mouth, stretched his legs, gave a long shudder, and hung stiff and insensible.
Mommy?
It's like a fucking shroot.
Grandma gave me this book of Pinocchio, and it's not at all like the movie.
That would have been like whenever Jim and Pam stayed the night at Shroot Farms. Like, I will read you a bedtime tale.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like in the book, even like Geppetto hates him. Like it's not like the Disney movie where like the Disney movie is weird because it's like you can tell that it's a movie made out of like several different shorter stories, right? Because it's like out of the blue, like so Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket, like after like they are on their little adventure, they come home and like the fairy's like, here's a letter. your dad's been swallowed by a whale. It's like, what? Like, if this were like a real movie, I don't think anyone would stand for that. It'd be like, now wait a minute. While the movie's been going on, off screen, Geppetto was swallowed by a whale.
Dear Pinocchio,
He needed
stop.
ambergris for his perfume
Geppetto.
that he was trying to make.
Geppetto has been swallowed by whales. Stop. Please render assistance as soon as possible. Stop.
A lot of times in the movie, it very much felt like we're going to animate a bunch of cool shit, and we're just going to take this and adapt it in a way where we just show you a bunch of cool shit. Because it's like they do stuff like when we were watching it, they do stuff in Pinocchio that like you don't fucking see in anything else, like from like other than like animation of that time. Because like there's a scene where like Geppetto goes to bed and it's cold, and he looks and he notices that the window is open, and he tells Figaro the cat to go close the window. Figaro the cat closing the window is like a 2-minute ordeal where it's like lushly animates the cat like walking over the bedspread, and then like jumps up to the window and like scrambles up there, and it's like this.
We're showing off.
Yeah,
we're
it's like-
Disney,
right.
and here's what we can do.
It's like desktop when desktop publishing was a thing, and it's like we're just doing all the things. But in this case, it just turns out to be like beautiful. I mean,
Right, sure.
I love this. I love this stuff, and it's like. If this stuff didn't exist, like Snow White specifically, it's like, man, that like Disney, like say what you will about Disney. I know, like, you know, I have mixed feelings about Disney, but
Sure.
like as far as like the animation studio from like the 40s, and it's like that fucking like you take that out and it's like you're like in an alternate history where it's like fucking anime doesn't exist, or if it exists, it's not like
Not what it
not
is.
what it is.
Yeah.
Because like that was a huge, like Disney was like a huge influence on that, and I don't know, man. So because of that, I've got this like deep respect for these movies that I actually don't enjoy watching.
Yeah, that is a thing. I do too, and I can appreciate it. That doesn't mean I have to like it.
That's like Vortex.
yeah,
Yeah.
Appreciate what
Yeah.
happened.
it
You don't have
is
to
a
like
lot like Vortex. You're
Exactly.
right. That's a good point.
All right, let's do
The box
thing.
art. What'd you think when you saw the box art for Pinocchio?
It was fine. It was well composed. It got all the characters in the picture. You know, they're all being chased by the whale.
Well, I see Disney and I just think, all right, platformer.
Platformer.
Yeah,
platformer.
obviously,
I
I
was-
thought the same
yeah.
thing.
Yep.
But I feel, and we're going to get into this, I feel like it had some interesting elements that surprised me.
It's the first time I have fully beat an SNES game in a minute.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't have time to play past like level 3, but I got the gist of it.
Yeah.
It was all right. It was okay. We'll get there. I did think that the box was very eye catching. I think
Yeah.
it would be the
Good art.
kind of thing that would definitely get your attention at Blockbuster and make you. It's Pinocchio. It's probably okay. I might get that. It's Disney. I liked Aladdin. I liked Lion
yeah,
King.
Like
Maybe
that's
it's
the
good.
that's the thing you want to compare it to.
I feel like Aladdin's the high bar.
Yep.
It's tough because this came out in 1996.
Yeah.
That's like a real big like. So like when it came out, I would have been 15. There's
Yeah.
not a fucking chance
That's a
that I'm
baby
gonna be
game.
like
Right.
Pinocchio. Hey, Aladdin. Even at that point, would be like, okay, all right, okay, maybe Aladdin.
I
I won't
had-
tell anybody, but I'll buy this and play it.
Well, I had a
Pinocchio, no.
5-year-old in 1996, so I could have
That checks.
gotten
Yeah.
that for him to play.
Sure.
I didn't, but I didn't even know this was a thing, until we picked it out of the book. I'm not surprised, but yeah, it would have been. That's kind of the thing I have now is where I think about this is like, well, this was when Gage was little. Would this have been a game that he would have enjoyed?
Yeah.
And I think he would have liked it.
If you were to compare your experience to a movie, what would you compare it? Or a celebrity, what would you compare it to?
My pick this week for Pinocchio is Liar Liar, starring Jim Carrey.
Okay, good.
Obviously a bit different because the main character physically can't lie in Liar Liar.
Ah, yes.
But Pinocchio has the theme of being honest, doing the right thing, and behaving. Jim Carrey's character learns the repercussions of being even a little bit dishonest. So I equated that to the nose-growing liar that is Pinocchio. Dave?
So I struggled for a minute, and I was like, "Fuck, man, what celebrity?" I feel like Pinocchio's a puppet. What celebrity is a puppet? And I was like, Kermit or like something like that. And I finally, happily
Smith?
landed on Matt Damon from Team America.
Okay.
So
All
and
right.
I was pleased on that one because I was like, yeah, this is
That's
perfect
good.
because he's a marionette.
Fucking perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Matt Damon for me.
Tyler?
I compare it to James Cameron's Avatar in that it looks great, but I didn't notice a ton of substance.
Yes. I still haven't seen the second one because I just don't care.
Neither have I.
Yeah, I haven't
I
seen it
just
either.
don't
Plan on it.
care. I don't understand
I'd rather
why
watch
this
Joe
was
Dirt
such a global phenomenon.
than Avatar 2.
Let's do that tomorrow.
Okay.
You want to
All
watch
right.
Joe Dirt?
It's
Come
fine,
over to
yeah.
my house. We'll
Yeah,
watch.
sounds good.
It's a date.
What about a Nick Cage movie?
My
Mine's
Nick,
Renfield.
wait, you go first because I want to know why.
Because I've only seen the trailer for Renfield and I was like, that looks good.
Okay, because of the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
well, my Nick Cage movie this week is Willy's Wonderland because all of the
yes.
animatronic, robots come to life and try to kill Nick Cage. So,
I cheated.
yeah.
I picked a movie that isn't out yet called Long Legs.
Oh.
And the reason I chose Long Legs is because when I typed Nicolas Cage Pinocchio into Google, as I am one to do, this popped up where he's describing this is a horror movie that's coming out that he says he's playing a character the movie's about a character who's hearing voices. It's kind of like a possessed Geppetto who's making these dolls.
Okay.
And then I saw a horrific image, which may or may not have been real on Reddit, where he looked, where like someone had made, I guess, Nicolas Cage look like I guess it's 1800s, the 1800s Pinocchio book character, where he's all like fucked up looking. So
All right.
Well, I know that the copyright to Winnie the Pooh has run out. Now Winnie the Pooh is in the public domain.
yeah,
Ian, have you seen that?
I have.
Blood and Honey?
seen Blood and Honey. I have not seen Blood and Honey, but I've heard.
Okay.
I've seen the
Sounds
trailer
curious.
for it, so
Okay.
I'm that's on my list to watch with Tanya.
Okay.
that's on my
soon.
list too. Have you seen it?
No.
I've heard it's like, oh well, never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
What are 3 good things we can say about this game? I think the graphics. I
The
think it looks
graphics,
good.
it's very
Beautiful.
smooth, beautiful graphics, just like Aladdin, just like Lion King. You know, they put that effort in to make the character look like a puppet walking like Pinocchio does.
It's a beautiful game.
It's really great. I even thought the sound design was pretty good. I thought the voices were clear. The music was music from the movie that we all know.
I mean, I guess, I had a problem with a lot of the music. I've got the music on my bad because I felt like there wasn't enough of that. And it might be because I'm spoiled on Aladdin and Lion King because it's like you can't go.
The music from those games is incomparably good.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it feels like an unfair comparison because, we're talking about movies that are like 50 years apart. But at the same time, like a lot of the times I'm playing Pinocchio, it's like, to me, it felt like sleepy time music, where it's like you got like this, like it almost had this, and I like Peter and the Wolf, but it almost had this like Peter and the Wolf feel to it, but it's like, but they're only using the one instrument,
Yeah.
It's just the piccolo.
Right. And it's just like, okay, I mean, like, I guess this might be a good point. And the podcast revealed that I really did not like this game, and a lot of it stemmed from like I was so bored playing this game. This is to me. This was a boring game that just looked gorgeous.
See, I had the opposite feeling about it. I liked this game.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would come back to it, but I didn't hate it. And I think kind of like Tyler was saying, it's the first one he's beaten in a long time. You know, I didn't beat it, but I didn't have as much trouble playing it as I do some of these other maybe harder games. And I think it was just maybe, I don't know if it was because it was a refreshing break from struggling to get enough of the game done to be able to talk about it, you know, with an education. But it was, I liked it because I did like the music, because those songs, despite the fact that I never really cared for the movie, I did like the songs when I was little. I had a little Disney album that had all these kind of hit Disney movie songs on it, and there was like 2 from Pinocchio.
I remember those. Yeah.
And I loved
Be Your Guide.
Always. And I did like it, but I thought that obviously we're in agreement that the graphics were amazing, very smooth, lots of like when he would turn to walk through an archway, you would see him actually kind of step to the side and turn and walk and then fade off in the distance. And that's you don't see a lot of that. There's not a lot of that smooth motion and that kind of attention to detail in a lot of games.
I agree with that. And because of that, I have a specific question prepared for Tyler. I wanted to know how you felt about that. And before you answer that, the reason I want to ask you specifically is because a lot of that gave me cinematic platformer vibes. And I know that is not a thing that you really like.
I didn't struggle with it. I didn't struggle with it too bad. I thought it wasn't where I mean, you had to time it pretty carefully, especially when you're running from all those like Yetis or whatever in the caves and stuff. But for the most part, I thought it was just an issue of just getting close enough. Okay. So it didn't reek of too cinematic platformer. It wasn't where like you had to be on the furthest pixel and you just barely grab onto the other pixel every single time.
Some of the jump timing was a little off. Like if you're jumping roof to roof, if you were sliding down a sloped roof, if you didn't jump at the right moment, you would either fall short or you wouldn't jump at all. Yeah. And you wouldn't get that reaction.
I suffered the most on the roller coaster by fucking far.
Oh, well, I guess we can wait till the bad things because there's a level in this game I'm gonna go the fuck off on.
Yep.
And it might not be the one that you think that it is, but there's one in this game that is just like it's the worst, I think.
Well, and again, I wish I'd had more time to play all the way through it because my perspective might have changed. I only really got to the balloons at the carnival on Pleasure Island, but I listed some good things. I thought the level design was pretty good. But I really thought not so much like the first level where you're going through town and trying to get to school. That was pretty basic, and it was tough because you had to know which arches to go through, and there were some levels where you had no choice. You had to backtrack or go above the roof. That didn't really bother me. What I did like, though, was like the Jiminy Cricket level where you fight the moths and the bugs. Felt like kind of like a boss level, which was neat. And I thought that was interesting. I died a few times thinking it was like I jumped right off.
Girl, same.
Right.
Because you just finished a platforming level.
Right.
You don't expect to you just stay on this lantern and fight moths. And that irked me. All it would have taken is just you put so much polish on this game. It's weird, man. It's like if this game looked shittier, I'd probably be a lot more forgiving.
Right.
But because it looks as good as it does, I started asking questions like, you couldn't just put some text on the screen that says
defeat the moths.
Yeah. That's all you have to say.
Well,
I had no clue what the fuck was going on.
I jumped off 4 times.
Because I think
it takes so long to come out. You're just sitting there.
Yeah. Well, and it's unique.
If it had been immediate,
right?
It's the fact that's. I liked it because it was unique. I hadn't seen anything like that before. But you're right. I never got frustrated. I was just like, "What am I doing wrong?"
Yeah.
Then when it dawned on me that this was kind of a boss level, I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I was fine and moved on and did the thing. But you're right. They don't give you any hint that you're not on another platforming level. You're on a boss level.
Yeah. Just say beat the moths.
Beat the moths.
Just that's all you got.
Give us 3 words and we're good.
And this is like, and I know I'm going off fucking structure, but like, it just feels organic this way. That Jiminy Cricket level was disappointing to me because I can't believe how fucking serious I am saying this. Like if I could just be like outside of my body for a minute and be like, is he really this serious about? Did he just say Jiminy Cricket level? Like he doesn't.
He wasn't even laughing when he said it.
He doesn't talk
that was
seriously about like
deadpan.
his marriage or like retirement plans.
I had to get my brakes fixed today, and that fucking Jiminy Cricket level.
This is why I can't connect with people.
Why so serious, Dave?
So like, what'd you do last night? Not gonna tell you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Shirley wasn't playing Pinocchio for the SNES. What do you mean I should watch Stranger Things? I got Pinocchio with the SNES to play.
Yep.
That's why when people ask, what do you do? I'm like, nothing.
Yep.
I surely don't play Pinocchio for the SNES. But
Not at 15, not at 40.
Not at 40. But like the biggest problem I had with that Jiminy Cricket level, outside of not knowing what to do immediately, was like, Tyler, you nailed it on the head. If those mods came out quicker, you know what to do. And my biggest complaint about this game is how slow the game is. The game, I just felt like it's just everything in it is so slow. Pinocchio is slow. I can't make him go faster.
Slow Nogio.
And fuck, achievement? Do you have that as an achievement?
No, I don't.
But that was a huge problem for me.
Paslokio?
I love it. Oh shit.
That was like a common theme throughout the whole thing, and especially like.
Well, hang on. I'm afraid you're gonna get me on one of my good things, and I want it to be a point of conversation.
Yeah.
Because just let me get these out.
Yeah.
So that
Go
we
for
can shit on them, probably.
No. I mean,
it's not.
This is not my objective. Is not to shit on Pinocchio.
I know.
Have Ian open up that gritty asshole and just let that paste
Schmeeing.
slide.
That's
Please, that's
schmeeing.
schmeeing.
My asshole is pristine. And I have it
No
bleached
sawdust
every
in
month.
this asshole.
It's bleached clean and white every month.
Oh, that's good
Like
to
the
know.
rest of my pasty little body. I found myself being less jaded against this game because it surprised me in some of the unique ways that it handled things.
I can totally see that.
I don't, so many games, especially platformers, are just so fucking cookie cutter. And I felt that this one was not. I felt like this one stood out in a good way because of what they tried to do to sort of break that platforming paradigm of get apple, run left,
dancing.
run right.
Right.
The dancing was
the
good.
That was what I was going to bring up. It was the Simon Says level is what I like to refer to it as, where
Describe that, please.
you're one of the things that happens
Well, it's a game where
in
you
the
do
movie.
what Simon says.
I mean, obviously, I played it, but like for the
But
people
you
who
have
haven't.
to. You can only do that thing if they said Simon Says. Because if you do it when they didn't say Simon Says,
Wait.
you're fucking out.
Wait, it's not like Simon Says. It's like Simon,
yes.
right? Because
Right?
Simon Says is the
Which is
game where you're
Simon
like,
Says.
Simon didn't say. No, is it? No, it's not.
Simon is Simon Says.
No, Simon's the pattern recognition.
You're repeating what Simon says.
But
That's why they call it Simon.
But in Simon Says, the whole thing is you're trying to get them to do something you didn't ask them to do.
Right. But the Milton Bradley game Simon
Yes.
is called Simon because you have to repeat what Simon says.
Well, that's fine, but what's in Pinocchio is like Simon, not like
This is
Simon
more
Says.
like Simon.
Jiminy Cricket doesn't pop out and be like,
Correct.
oh, I didn't say raise your right leg.
I wish he would.
The puppets aren't trying to trick you
No,
like the guy
I
in
see
Simon
what-
Right,
Says is.
right.
I see what you're
Simon
saying.
wants you to get it right.
Right.
I see what you're saying. Yes, it's just more like Simon than Simon
Right,
Says.
that's what I'm
Correct.
saying.
Got it,
That's all I'm
got it.
trying to say.
So basically what happens is even if you make the right choice in Pinocchio and go to school in the first level, which is what you're supposed to do,
Right.
fucking Honest John comes along and puts his hand down your pants and says,
Takes you
"I'm
to
gonna-"
Easy Street.
Takes you to Easy Street. And one of the things Pinocchio has to do is to survive is to whore himself out for the theater. And he stands on a stage and there are three like kind of levels to this stage where it's a first person. Well, you're seeing the stage, and you're seeing Pinocchio standing in front of you on third person, standing in front of you on the stage, and some dolls will come down, and they give you a demonstration of what controls do what,
which is nice.
It is really nice. An actual Super Nintendo controller shows up on the screen, and you get told what buttons do what. So when you push the left button, his arm goes up in a little flourish, and the right button does the same, and then the leg, and then the turning. There's different moves you can make, and so you have to mimic what they do. So they'll do a move, and then you do it, and then they'll do two moves, and then so on, just like the game,
just like that.
Simon. And when you fuck up, they throw shit at you, like they boo you,
tomatoes
and tomatoes and shit, and you lose some health, which I didn't realize was happening
because
until I died.
Oh, really?
I fucked up.
Oh no,
I fucked up a lot. My emulator, I've got my buttons mapped like an Xbox.
Oh no, oh God! So it's just like press this button.
Normally that doesn't matter. In this case, it mattered a whole bunch. So I had to do it backwards from what they were telling me to do.
They've done it in a way where it's like when you're playing with a SNES controller, it makes sense. You press like the bottom left button to move your left leg.
My A
shit
is what the B is,
and
my X is what the Y is, because I get confused because I play Xbox so much. The Y is at the top. That's how I've always done it. Anyway, so
that's how it was a Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, where I've got an Xbox 360 remote trying to emulate a fucking GameCube controller.
Oh,
so I'm having to follow patterns from the GameCube, which make really no sense on the Xbox controller.
Man,
does not translate
to 1986, calling that a remote, man.
Ooh, you really did.
Like for real. Put the tape in.
I'll send you that sound effect, Ian, so we can keep that tape going in sound effect.
Oh yeah, I want that.
Yeah.
So if you do wrong, you get booed and you lose some health and then when you get it right, after you'll do like 5 or 6 moves right, and then they throw icons at you. They throw coins and hats and things that are beneficial to you. And Pinocchio looks so happy. He's so happy. And then the second level happens, and then the third. And if you make it through all 3, then you've beaten the level.
Yep.
Right.
I thought that was great.
I agree.
I loved that little stage.
I agree.
And I love the fact that it wasn't a mini game; it was a level.
It could have very easily
game.
been a collect,
like a bonus
4 leaves,
level,
and then you get
something.
to do that for an extra life.
That is a good point. Yeah, I'm glad it wasn't a bonus level. I'm with that. I'm glad it wasn't a bonus level because that means everybody gets to see it essentially.
Right.
I do feel like it would be nice if you could just play it, because it's so different from the platforming. I do think it would be nice to, like, in the menu you could be, I want to play, because it is a mini game.
Yeah,
and
it definitely is.
I just wish it could be played separately. Sorry, and I'm spitting everywhere
with increasing difficulty.
Yeah, right. I think that would be
like
cool.
like its own sort of standalone where it just keeps generating
puppet survival mode.
Yeah.
I agree. But I just, again, that was just one of those things that made me sort of automatically overlook this game's shortcomings, because I'd never seen anything like that, and I love when they make the effort to break that routine of the same old shit. There's plenty of the same old shit in this game.
Yes.
But the fact that the Jiminy Cricket with the boss moths and the puppet show thing, I loved it. I thought that was really neat. And so, that sort of elevated that one for me.
I get that. And the puppet show level was on my list of good things as well.
Okay,
I think it's great that was in there. I think it looks really good on top of that. The whole game looks good, but on my list, I specifically had the Jiminy Cricket level, despite my problems with it. That level in particular, honestly, might be the best looking level in a Super Nintendo game.
Which one?
The Jiminy Cricket.
The Jiminy. Oh God, it was the shade. It was dark.
It's because it's dark, I think, helps it a lot.
It really does, because they can put all the focus on the lantern. You're standing in front of a lantern, a giant, to Jiminy Cricket lantern,
right?
And it's nighttime, and of course the moths are flying around the flame, and it is really beautiful.
You could
gorgeous.
float with your umbrella,
Yeah.
which makes you think you need
jump
to go
off.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
I lost
It
2
has
lives that
no
day.
Yes.
practical purpose.
Right. You're right.
They feel like, oh, well, that's what he does, so you should probably include it.
Well,
but
and
it
it's not-
throws you
yeah.
off.
It felt like to me that they may have originally been a level that you go through as Jiminy Cricket, and maybe at some point you fight
through the
those
boss
moths.
battle.
But it does it to me it feels like why else would you be able to glide with your umbrella?
Well,
I think it's
make
neat.
the Monstro escape scene like 5 minutes shorter and give me a Jiminy Cricket level.
Okay.
Yeah, get to the shit. I'm done with saying what I liked about this game. Let's get to the nitty gritty. The Schmian's asshole of this game.
Because you said the Monstro level.
Both of them, both the escape and
Oh my
the
God.
innards.
And I didn't like the innards, but I loathe the escape. You're playing as Pinocchio. You and Geppetto are on a raft and you're paddling to get away from Monstro. What this level is the turbo tunnel from Battletoads at a 10th speed, which on paper might seem like a better turbo tunnel because the turbo tunnel is so fast that it's difficult to get through. You have to memorize those patterns. You still have to do that in Pinocchio in this level, but if you fuck up, the game is so slow, like the pace of it is so slow. I didn't finish this game because I quit this level because I would fuck up and then be like, okay, I have to start it from the beginning, which is fine. I get how these games work. But the problem with it is it took so long to get to the point that I had died at that it was just like, this fucking sucks and it's not fun.
Not worth it.
And the thing that
Well, you're
bothered
going right to left, but it also kind of screws with you.
Yes, for sure. Yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
God,
You're
no.
not- yeah.
I
You're
can
going
see
right
that
to
being
left. It's auto scrolling like the turbo tunnel. All of these things might have been mitigated, but like the problem is the game looking so good gets in the way of itself because the way it works is there are stone formations that you either have to duck under or jump over. The ones you have to duck under, I didn't have any problem with, but the ones you have to jump over, I couldn't tell when you're supposed to jump because the formation is so large because some of it is in the background and some of it is in the foreground.
It's greased, invisible walls. That,
Oh my God. I hate it. I absolutely hated it. And what made it, to be fair, what made it worse was the fact that I'm like, I feel like I have to play this game.
Right.
So like that, and like, so there's a bias. I'm more than happy to admit there's a bias, but it's like, fuck, man, this is like so different from the rest of the game, but in a bad way. It felt like the opposite of that, of the marionette dancing
puppet show thing. Yeah.
level because I fucking hated this level. And it's in the same department as the Pleasure Island minecart roller coaster level that you brought up earlier.
I think that is probably my most hated level in the game.
I get that.
Yeah.
I didn't like it either, but I've played enough Donkey Kong Country where it's like
It's a little better.
it's
well, no. I mean, Donkey Kong is a little better than this.
oh yeah,
Just because the physics are so weird, and you don't get enough time
right.
to. Oh, you get a split second red arrow, and then you just have to kind of memorize what's going to come up
Right.
next. And even then, you have to keep your physics right to jump over stuff because then the cart will hit something and ricochet back. So you have to make sure it's going at the right speed for you to jump over the other thing. Like,
Right.
It was garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
And I feel like it. So okay, man, I'm gonna be a Donkey Kong Country minecart level apologist. Like
Oh, I think
I fucking love that.
they're hard, but they're not bad.
I like them.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And I
That's good. That's good game design right there. I love it.
I think I think it is good game design because they do the Mario trick where it's like, yo, we're gonna like show you where to jump ahead of time by like having some bananas arc. They don't do it all
Except for the trick bananas.
right. They don't right. Sometimes it's gonna troll you, but I'm not gonna lie. I think that's better than like the way Pinocchio treats it, where it's like, nah, you just got to fucking guess, man. Because it's like there's sometimes there's a hat because like you can collect hats to get extra lives, but it does this weird like. I hate it when games do this where it's like it's an economy system where it's like, oh, you gotta collect 4 hats before you get an extra life. It's like, motherfucker, just put 3 less hats in the game. One hat equals 1 life. I don't want at any point where I'm playing a video game to be like, how many hats do I have?
I don't know.
It's not Team Fortress. It's fine. I don't need.
Right. And it's not like there's a counter where it's like 2 more
They don't
hats to
tell
go.
you. Nope. You just have to know.
It's like, fuck it. I'm not even going to bother collecting it. It's the same with books. It's like, collect 5 books to get a continue. Motherfucker, just like make a book that's hard to get that gives me one continue.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Because I thought the bridge level where you run left to right all the way across the bridge, or at least this is how I completed it, run all the way across the bridge, ride a balloon all the way back across the bridge on the other side, level complete.
That's,
okay,
Pleasure
sure,
Island.
Whatever.
Right, where you start at the ground, right? And you go left to right, and then at the very right side of the screen, you hop on balloons to get to the left.
You have to
And I just
jump to another
rode
balloon.
Were you playing on easy?
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
On normal, the balloon
they'll
you're
pop.
riding pops. You have to jump to another balloon
Yes.
before it
Yeah,
pops.
I was like, I want to beat this up easy.
No,
Fuck
no,
it.
absolutely. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get to the end of this game. And they're like, try on normal to get the real, like anytime that, because of that ingrained in me, I'm always like, fuck, I got to at least do it on default difficulty. Because that pisses me off, man. I don't want to get to the end of I don't want to slog through a game and be like, fuck.
And then halfway but I thought that was just weird that you had to go for what's that? That's just not necessarily bad. It's just weird.
I thought it was.
It's obtuse.
I didn't
So
like
is Jiminy
it.
Cricket's just
Yeah.
obtuse.
Yeah.
The roller coaster level is bad. When you're in Monstro, and it's just like, okay, Geppetto's on this one side I can't get to. Okay, I'm just running around a weird pirate ship, getting stuck on splinters, fighting crabs for boxes, and I get logs. I don't know how many logs I need to get.
I don't
or why
either.
I have to get logs.
I don't even know if there's like a minimum because it's like I went through it once and had like 15 logs.
Yep.
And I was able to progress to the Monstro chase scene. And then the next time I died, because of course I died a bunch on the fucking slow turbo tunnel. And then so I'm like, well, fuck. I got sent back inside Monstro. And it's like, God damn it. Okay. Well, maybe if I collect more logs, it'll be easier. The chase will be easier.
I got 40 goddamn logs.
I got that's a lot of fucking logs.
Yeah.
I got in the 30s, and it didn't.
I could build a tower in Fortnite with those logs.
I didn't notice a difference, so I don't know. I don't
and
know.
you don't know. Does it tell you?
I don't know why. You got.
And why there is so many, then you light the fire, then you go all the way to the bottom, jump over. Oh, there's a raft. Okay, you're out on the raft, and even then you can immediately get sucked back in and have to do the Monstro level if you don't get the little tornadoes that
Which
pop
I
up.
avoided because I thought the first time
why
I was
would you
like,
not jump over them?
Tornadoes!
They're fucking tornadoes.
Yeah, they're fucking
gonna knock you off the
tornadoes.
raft.
These are
No, you
bad,
have to
right?
get the tornadoes. That's
Wait,
fucking
what?
dumb.
It's dumb.
Yeah. So then you learn how to get that, and then the Star Fox
Should be
64
stars or
tile
something, or like-
arches. that you have to duck under and jump over look exactly the same. Exactly the same. But if you try to jump over a duck, you hit an invisible wall and you die and you fall off. So it was
Okay.
It was fucking
I
dumb.
could see where
I
this
hate
one's probably sounds like it started to fall apart.
There were a few things that's just like these are poor design decisions.
Right.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie, and like this isn't. I think I've said this on the show before, but if I haven't, there was a time in my life where I would have told you that I like platformer games,
Right.
and then I would have told you, "Fuck, I love platformers." That is wrong. If this show has done anything, it has shown me that I don't love that genre. I just like Mario.
Right.
I like really good platformers. I hate bad
But
platformers.
like if it's not like, oh no, it has to be excellent. Even if it's like if it's below Kirby, fuck it. I don't want to do it. And the
big
first,
floaty sprite platformers are the fucking worst.
and it's the slow ones. Like what I didn't like Pinocchio from level fucking 1, where it was like, okay, so it's slow, and then also I have to rely on hitting these signs that like spin me around.
That was not good.
And shoot, and it's like, is every level gonna have a gimmick? Yeah. The answer is yeah. And the gimmick in Pleasure Island is the balloons.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like it feels like there's not a solid platformer there. They just had a bunch of ideas where it was like, wouldn't it be cool if? And then they did that.
Yeah.
And
I mean, they don't give Pinocchio any offense or defense. He can jump. That's it.
he can spin
Later
to
on, he can do
kick
like
later on.
Oh,
yeah.
is that okay?
Yeah.
So like once you turn into a donkey, you can pretty much then do this, or after
Oh,
you dance,
gotcha,
you can do a
okay.
dance
Yeah.
spin kick, to where I mean, all it does, you really only use it to take out crabs in Monstro's level, and then the little Yeti things on the escape from the donkey slave master, and you use that to knock him off the ledge.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But and then what I also died. What pissed me off the most? I finally get through the Monstro escape. We're running. I jump over that last one. The raft hits the beach. And it's like, let's fucking run. We gotta go. I run and you die. You
What the
die
fuck?
from running away. You have to
Man.
double back and go after Geppetto. Otherwise, you die and restart.
I was so
Fuck.
like surprised by that last level to the point where it's like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Because I burnt through this game. Was a breeze for me, a breeze, like a boring breeze up until that last level. And then this is not an exaggeration. I burned 4 continues on that level. And then I got the game over screen. I was like, finally. And I just set it the fuck down. And I was like, but
It's like 5 or 6 cycles of the same escape thing for Monstro. Like, to make it that long is fucking stupid. Like, that felt like an essay that could have been done in 200 words. The teacher says, no, I wanted it to be 800 words. Like, where you're just making shit up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
I think I was just getting in my own way, honestly, because I was just impatient because the pace of it is so slow that it's just like, hurry, please hurry up. So that it's interesting, because when it's not interesting, it's just like, and I die when I make a mistake. It's exponential because it's like, fuck, and I didn't kick any Coke Zero boxes, but like I've been working on stuff like that.
Yeah.
So instead, it's just like, you know what? I've played enough of this game to like get a beat on it. I think I can talk about it.
Yeah.
Just set the fucker down. But everyone says this is how easy this game is. So that gets under my skin because it's like,
Except for the
man.
last level. And it was. Like, I had to... I save scummed at the beginning. And then if once I died, I just started over.
I wish I
Just
could have.
Save stated it.
I definitely would have if I had the capability. That was frustrating too because I was playing on the Steam Deck, but because I'm doing the retro achievement stuff, I had turned off like stuff like save states and rewinding and stuff. As much, I mean, I'm in a pickle because it's like, well, fuck, I really like the retro achievement stuff, but man, boy, it would have been nice to be like, all right, rewind.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was. I agree that it was easy up until the very end, and then it was just like weird artificial difficulty. So, but you're right. Having to go so slow does fuck you up. I just watched a TikTok about like there's a new pitcher who is like doing amazing because he's throwing 50-mile-an-hour pitches at MLB players, and they don't know how to react. So that he's striking people out constantly because they don't know how to
They're
react.
expecting a fastball.
Yeah,
They're
and it's just
expecting
like their
something-
timing that they built up for their entire careers is just fucking off.
So what's the this is an honest question. Maybe I'm asking the wrong crowd, but what's like the average speed of like a slow ball? You know what I mean? Like is an average slow ball even like faster than 50
I feel like
I mean, I know
70 is
Yeah.
like the slowest I see
Yeah, a
in baseball.
fast-
when I
So
watch
this
it.
is like
fastball
a
is
really
usually-
fucking
really
yeah,
slow.
okay.
Fastball's usually in the 90-mile-an-hour
Right,
range.
that-
so
right.
you can, I'd say that a
Because like a
normal
changeup.
regular pitch would be in the 60 to 70 mile an hour.
So he's doing like especially slow sliders
slow.
and change ups and shit like that are just like no one knows what to do.
Right.
And his arm will last a lot longer.
Yep.
He's going to be a threat for a while.
So that's what, yeah, you're right, 'cause it's just like a frustrating slow, and you don't have a ton of timing, and it's slow, but it's not long that they give you the arrow to know if you're going to jump over or duck under the exact same picture of a rock.
Right. Yeah.
So half of this game I like, half of this game I think is atrocious design decisions.
And I thought to compare it to other, I'd love to do this. I want to compare it to other SNES Disney games that we've played. While I was playing the Monstro level, I was thinking this is harder to me than the notorious Lion King level where I Can't Wait to Be King,
logs and shit.
where you're swinging from like animal tails and shit, and it's all like that psychedelic. And it might not in actuality be harder, but the difference is with that Lion King level, it's engaging. And I want to get through it.
Yeah.
Like I want to get through it because it's fun to get through. But with Pinocchio, it's like I wanted to get through that Monstro chase because I wanted to get through
You
it.
wanted it to be over.
I want it to be over.
Yeah.
And Inside Monstro reminded me of the open jungle level in the Jungle Book.
Right.
To where, you didn't load the right
The
pixel
coconut.
to actually finish it.
Right.
Like,
You brought up Jungle Book earlier. I was thinking that like up to this point, I feel like that the Jungle Book has been my least favorite Disney game on the platform that we've played. I know we're not ranking yet, but I would 100% rather play Jungle Book because even when it was janky, I was still having more fun with it. It was still more engaging. I guess that's my biggest problem with this game with Pinocchio is that it outside of like the Jiminy Cricket level and the marionette dancing level, like I didn't feel like the platforming was like engaging at all.
Yeah. Those things I think it sounds like don't redeem it. I mean, they're good features, and that's funny that I left off at those good features and didn't get to the bad stuff.
Yeah, you made the right decision.
Which tainted my opinion, obviously, but it sounds to me like those good, unique things about the game don't offset its problems necessarily. I don't know. Had I gotten to the point of being frustrated with it because of the things you're talking about, I probably would have had a different opinion altogether and said, despite the fact, Tyler, you said I liked half of it. I didn't like the other half. That makes sense to me because the first half of the game to me was okay. You know,
You're right when you say that it's a breath of fresh air because it really is. I mean, like the way that it looks and like specifically those two levels that we keep going back to, particularly the marionette dancing level, like it's charming and it's a breath of fresh air. Like what have we done that's like that outside of like the Chrono Trigger lab game,
whatever, yeah. Biggs, Wedge, and Pierre mimic what they do, yeah.
Right. So, and I'm not trying to change your opinion at all.
No, I'm not going to. I wasn't fully prepared. I just didn't get there.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear about the other half.
Yeah.
Because I could be out there saying all this stuff and not be fully educated about it. So
and I also feel like I've seen comments about this game online, and I honestly I feel like most of them are different than my opinion. I feel like I know when this game came out it wasn't reviewed well, but I think a lot of the opinion on the game has changed over the years. It's just too slow for me, and it's just too slow.
So I guess where we say it lost us was the slowness.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Or the too fast in the case of the roller coaster, because the roller coaster is what made me be like,
that weird?
eh.
It's weird because it's like it goes from like truly this might be the slowest platformer, like the slowest moving character in a platformer that I've played.
Kenna could play
I can't-
Pinocchio no problem up until the roller coaster, and then she quit.
Yeah, and it's like I know you guys have both brought up young children. I think this is a good platformer for young children, up until like you said, that roller coaster. And maybe that's a big
Even after the roller coaster, it'd be okay until the escape from Monstro.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how. I think it's tough because I'm like, I'm thinking about all the levels, and it's like I don't know that Henry would play past Pleasure Island. I think that whole balloon thing, because that, like going from left to the right on the ground and then riding a balloon from right to left, just feels like what?
And I will say, with the somewhat kind of flawed jump mechanic, it's hard to catch the next balloon.
It
and you
is.
find yourself starting over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So there.
But at
that
least
was-
you don't die instantly,
Right.
like you do in the monster chase. I don't know if we brought that up or not. When you hit a rock formation, you're dead.
Yeah, start over.
I mean, it's
like Jiminy Cricket jumping off the lantern, dead.
yeah,
Okay.
you're DED,
Yeah.
dead.
Well, buy, rent, or birthday.
I would say it would be a rent. I think this would be a good rental.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I were the right age, I probably wouldn't have been terribly upset if I had gotten it for my birthday, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's a renter. I don't think this is one that you're going to want to have that you probably not going to want to come back to it, especially if you've beaten it. It doesn't really provide us great of an enjoyable experience enough to keep coming back. If it had more things in it, like
There's not enough.
like
Yeah,
the
like-
time, like the Simon thing, and the
And expanded some,
if they had done just more of that kind of thing throughout the whole game and less clearly bad platforming, I think it would have been a must-have. Just a whole bunch of mini games, you know. That would have been fine.
Yeah, I think that would have been. Yeah, I would have loved that. I thought it was weird. Like, okay, so what is Pinocchio known for? Like, if you know one thing about Pinocchio, what is that?
nose.
nose.
grows when
His
he's
nose
blind.
grows. It does. You can do it in the game, but it's like, yep.
Yep, no idea.
If the
Didn't know that.
instruction manual hadn't told me, I would have had no fucking clue. In the first level where they tell you to go, I guess they don't tell you to go to school. They do in the little story beforehand. If you choose Easy Street, it kicks you back out and your nose is longer.
See, I think that should have been a weapon.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
You know, you just extend your nose to
Yeah.
beat enemies or something.
I think they should have LA Noired it, where it's like you got to like tell whether or not Pinocchio is lying.
Doubt.
If you get it right, his nose grows. I own this game, so I guess it's a buy for me.
Yeah.
Although I did buy it sight unseen, just for the collection. This was, I didn't, and it was in a lot. It wasn't. I didn't buy it separately, but. Am I upset that I own it? Nah. But like, would I go out of my way to buy it? No.
Yeah.
No. And I think I feel really bad. I feel bad shitting on this game because it's like the more I talk about it, the more I realize this wasn't made for me to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, even when it came out, I wasn't the target demographic. I'm certainly not now.
Right.
And also, it's one of those where it's like, I keep thinking that if this game looked shittier, I would probably like it more because I would be more forgiving of its shortcomings. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, it's going to sound fucked up, and it's not a joke. It's for real. I'd rather
for play.
not for play. I'd rather play Tom and Jerry than this. Like,
Yeah.
like 1,000%. And I didn't particularly like Tom and Jerry, but it was one of those games where it's just like,
It was evenly milk toast the whole way through.
yes,
Yeah.
right. It was just
It
like,
maintained a standard of whatever all the way
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
they kind of,
It didn't like get you with bright, flashy beauty,
Yes.
and then let you down. Like a pair of $500 headphones, for example.
Pinocchio is like the most effective push-up bra. Because like you start it up and you're like, fucking shit, this game. And then you kind of get into it and you're like, oh, well, I mean, it's still a game. It's just not as good as I thought it was.
You guys have any achievements?
I do. I
go on.
have a few. One of them is a musical achievement.
Okay.
My first achievement is peace was never an option. And to get peace was never an option, you get the geese in the first level to attack the bully.
Nice. I love that you can do that.
I do too.
That's
really neat.
It is neat that you can turn enemies against each other in that level.
It is really cool.
It's cool.
I found myself trying to see who all I could get the geese to attack. They will not attack Honest John. They have it timed just right, so the geese either just stop chasing you right at the moment when Honest John turns around and walks the other way. I was really hoping to just fuck him up.
Yeah.
I've always hated Honest John anyway. My second achievement is they say I won't last too long on Broadway.
That's how they
I'll
find
catch a
95.
Greyhound
Short
bus
circuit
from home, they all say. I'm still going. But they're dead wrong. I know they are, because I can play this here guitar. And I won't quit till I'm a star on Broadway.
On Broadway.
And to get that, you lose a
Wait,
life.
what was that one again?
You lose a life in the marionette
in the
puppet
marionette.
show, which I did. I earned that one. That's why I had to sing it all the way through. My last achievement is Mothman Prophecy. And to get that, you
Destroy a bridge.
You defeat all the moths in the Jiminy Cricket boss level.
Nice.
Dave?
Yeah, I had a couple. My first achievement is it's not a lie if you believe it. In order to unlock it's not a lie if you believe it, make it to the first level without your nose growing. Second achievement. The sea was angry that day, my friends, like an old man trying to send back soup in a deli. In order to unlock the sea was angry that day, my friends, you escape Monstro on the raft. My last achievement is you ask me to have lunch. Tell me you slept with Elaine, and then you're not in the mood for details. Now you listen to me. I want details, and I want them right now. I don't have a job. I have no place to go. You're not in the mood? Will you get in the mood? In order to unlock that, you complete the Stromboli puppet show stage with no strings attached.
Nice.
I had 3 as well. My first one being Hitmonchan. You unlock Hitmonchan by not kicking any of the beasts in the escape level because Hitmonchan only punches.
That's nice. I like that.
It. Yeah.
My second one is Crab Battle. You unlock Crab Battle by defeating 100 crabs inside of Monstro. And my last one being Little Lincoln Lad. You unlock Little Lincoln Lad by gathering 40 logs.
I love it.
I'm
Good
disappointed in myself that I didn't make a Mokujin from Tekken achievement. Where he's like the log dude.
All right. Good achievements today.
Yeah.
You want to see what Flopsy has to say about it?
Yes. What do you guys think Flopsy rated Pinocchio, and how common do you feel like this game is?
And do we want to talk about the price of it too, or do we want to do that after, or at the same time? I'm gonna list all my answers.
Yes,
Does that
at the
work?
same time is good because no matter which order we do it in, one it was going to influence the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
$15.
$15.
3 stars.
3 stars.
Common.
Okay.
$17.
Okay.
Uncommon. Just
Okay.
because it came out so late in
It
the
was
life
later.
cycle.
Yes.
Good point.
So I don't even know what this game was for because all the kids of this age to play it were all like, Mario 64. We don't want to play Pinocchio.
Right.
And then I know they rated a little high, so I get, I think 3 stars.
I know all the answers except for how rare it is because I accidentally saw the star rating when I was looking it up earlier, and I agree with that. Uncommon. I feel like it was so late, 1996.
Yeah.
I mean,
I only said common because you mentioned you got it in a lot.
that is. I mean,
And
that
it
is.
it is. Yeah, it is Disney. You got it in a lot, so it really
And it
could
is
go either
Disney.
way.
And it's Disney, yeah.
But the thing with yeah.
I don't know. That's
Okay.
just whatever you think. I don't, don't let me influence that.
I'm gonna stick with uncommon just because of how late it was. Because I mean, it would be it would be insane for them to mass produce this. But again, it is Disney.
Yeah, they're fucking
And
mass
this was
produce everything.
This was Virgin Interactive as well. Did Sony buy them? I think that's how that worked.
Was
out.
there something going on in 1996 that was Pinocchio related that might have was there like a 50th anniversary release of the movie? I mean, that would have been on the box probably.
I have no idea. Fun fact. Did you know the guy who voiced Geppetto was a Nazi sympathizer?
Oh, great.
There you go.
Yeah.
Neat.
It's Disney, right? So yeah.
Apparently the crew didn't like that so much, so they fucked with him. Like in the movie, there's a scene where Geppetto's inside Monstro and he's fishing. I guess they used him as like a model for the animation. I don't think it was rotoscope, but they wanted to see how he moved. And the crew fucking hated this Nazi sympathizer, so they really fucking rocked that motherfucker. Anyway,
apparently there was an Adventures of Pinocchio film that came out in 1996.
Oh, it was
this
like
a
the
Disney?
live
It was
action looking
not
thing.
Disney, but I could absolutely see Disney putting this game out to capitalize on someone else's movie being released at the same time.
yeah, totally.
So
Also, this was published by Nintendo, which is fucking insane.
yeah, that is nuts.
And it's like Nintendo and Disney.
2 games in a row. That's weird. Nintendo did that.
yeah, the
you're right.
football, the
Yeah.
play action football, super play action football.
Okay, so
Yes.
actual retail value of Pinocchio loose on average for the Super Nintendo, according to PriceCharting.com, is $17.48.
Damn.
That's
Most of them ever
really
gotten.
close.
You won
48
both
cents.
showcases
All
with that
right.
answer. Jesus.
Well done.
Very well done.
And according to Flopsy, aka the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library, 1991 through 1998, by Pat Contry, courtesy of Monster Mold Mike and a shadowy benefactor. Oh, that's so good. That's like popping my
get
knuckles, man.
hard every
Oh my
time you
God.
do that.
I hope the mics pick it up. I know it's like facing away from
I
it.
heard it, so maybe it did.
They gave it 3.5 stars.
We were close. That's too high.
It's way too high for me. Like that's why
I liked the game, but I know better.
I
than
would
to
have given
think
it
was-
2.5
Phew.
or 2.5.
I'd have
Yes,
I'd
I'm
have
with
been
that.
okay based on what I knew about it, what I know about it, what I experienced. I'd have given it 3 and been fine, but I think more than that's pushing it.
3.5. Yeah.
And the availability on it is uncommon.
Okay.
Man, November 1996 it came
Ooh.
out. Jesus
Wow, you
Christ,
couldn't- yeah.
man.
Trying to get that Christmas rush on
Yeah.
the Pinocchio games
a
when
tough
everyone's trying to buy N64s.
3.5 stars.
Yeah,
Dave
no.
does not abide.
We guys want to take a break, and do we have any community corner stuff to go over?
I got a question for you.
Okay.
If you were to give this game a beard
Oh yeah.
that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
A very short, trimmed chin strap beard.
Like a Moe's?
Yeah. I think just because it looks good, but again, there's not a lot to it. It's just sort of there.
Okay. If you were to give this game a pair of glasses, what kind of glasses would you give it?
Old lenses that you need to upgrade, but you put them in really stylish new frames.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because the game is pretty looking and stylish.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
But you
the-
still have trouble seeing when
Yeah.
you put those
Yeah.
lenses in.
Okay, great.
I don't know that we have any community corner this week.
No.
I don't have
but-
a quiz, and we're
No Pinocchio quiz,
listen,
no wooden boy quiz.
I can look one up.
Nah. Listen,
It
I
is
want to make sure, I want to reassure everyone that we have, in fact, overcome, we think, we have overcome our technical limitation that was preventing us from doing calls post our studio remodel.
Right. We'll find out for
We'll
sure.
find out for sure next week. And if everything goes to plan, which I think it will,
I have faith in it.
we will do calls next week. How's that sound?
That sounds
we'll do community
like a thing
corner,
that I will agree
and
to.
we'll run through some calls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Do you want to find out what we're gonna play next?
Yes, please. Batter up peripheral. Plug it in.
That's Pinocchio's dong. I think.
Pinocchio's dong.
Bo Jackson's been using Pinocchio's dong as a baseball
That was
bat.
the secret.
No wonder he was so
That's
good.
the only one he couldn't break over his knee.
So, Wild and Crazy Kid style, point my own hole in a random direction. Say the prayer. We all love to say. Whammies, whammies, whammies. Stop.
22.
Ooh. Arrow the Acrobat, 2.
You're really close. You got the first 4 letters right. It's Aerobiz. Aerobiz Supersonic.
Have we
Okay.
done that? We haven't done that.
We have not done that.
Never
It's a
heard of that.
game I've heard of,
I have too.
but for reasons that I will keep a secret.
Because it's the greatest game ever.
That's not the reason.
Aerobiz. What is it?
Aerobiz Supersonic. And it looks like Aerobiz exists as well. So this might be a twofer if we wanted to.
Let's hit both.
I don't know if they're similar, but
we'll
I
see.
assume that one's probably an enhanced version of the other.
What was the other one you said?
Aerobiz and Aerobiz Supersonic.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 2.
You
Okay.
collect all the Chaos Emeralds and put it in the Aerobiz. And
Well, that's whenever Arrow the Acrobat gets all the Chaos Emeralds.
Right. When he's running
Aerobiz
against
Supersonic. Oh, you mean God, it's so good. All right. Well, there is now a Millennium Falco channel on the Discord. You can drop your questions about that. I
People
feel
have been asking questions,
We've got
which is
quite
great.
a few. I figure maybe we'll open it for another week and then see if we can't schedule something.
okay.
Because I think Ian and I were talking earlier. There's enough there. I think we could almost do an episode.
We could get it
on
we
top
could
of
get
what we
an
want to
episode.
discuss amongst ourselves. So
Whatever you guys want to do, I'm good with.
cool.
A couple weeks maybe. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Beyond that, our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive. Link to that track from the show notes at TADPOG.com. Do you want to send us something? TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. And take those calls. You want to go ahead and call us 270-883-2555. But most importantly, we got that Patreon.
We do. Patreon.com/tadpog or pisstasters.com.
Piss taste.
Get you right there if you want to donate to the show. You can do that for $1 or more per month. You can have access to bonus content, which we are fixing to add some bonus content. It's
We're working
coming.
on it. We're committed to it.
We've got a commitment, Nate.
It's been a minute.
We've reached a point of no return on our next one. So if you want access to that, plus a 10% off discount for the T-shirt, which you can also pre-order for a very, very short time.
Do it now. Do it now.
Do it now. If you want one, bossbattles.gg/tadpog. If you are a donor, go to Patreon first. Get your discount code, which is really funny, and use it to get 10% off a shirt. And we will keep you updated as to the status of that. We also have a list of people who donate $20 or more per month to the show. We refer to these fine folks as our executive producers. And I'm going to read that list of executive producers right now, starting with Usurper Grimm, Cousin David Galino, Plinko Nick Price, Cubicle Monkey, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Joseph Phillips, is that Thunder? Am I hearing Thunder?
It is Thunder. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought I was having a stroke or something was wrong with my ears.
Well,
In that case, what are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm talking about Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton,
Oh, okay.
followed by Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Princess Consuela Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Taryn Landon Doll. I said Taryn Landon Doll. I meant to just say Taryn Doll, as she instructed me to do. Congratulations on your marriage.
Oh, did you say
And
Landon? I thought you said London.
I
It
did.
works.
It was
You
London.
didn't say
It was
Landon. You
London
said
Landon. I said
Taryn
London
Doll.
London. And by the way, congratulations on your marriage and welcome to the Discord, Taryn. Pinball Archmage Chris Edler. We're sorry you couldn't be on this episode. Platinum member Brett Miller. Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins. Nate from Utah, first time caller. Drinksmith Joey Webster. One of my favorite people. I miss Joey. I would love to see Joey again
Joey's cool.
soon.
Mm-hmm.
Nate from Utah, first time caller. Drinksmith Joey Webster. Dig Dougie and Derek Pope Sandwich. And as always, we'd like to thank our backlog banisher, the Mr. Puzzles himself, Dane, for putting the show on YouTube every week.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. If you like the show, you want to get in on the discussion, we have a Discord, bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. Come in there. We're in there all the time. We talk to you guys a lot, and we hear all kinds of cool things. Spread the word about the show. Get the word out there. We want to build our audience a little bit. We want to be. If you got suggestions, if you want to hear us talk about something, if you've got things that you'd like to say to us, do it on the Discord. We'll bring it into the show. And I think that's it. I think that's what I got.
All right.
Done promoting for now.
Hey, you guys want to close it out?
As our favorite character from Pinocchio?
Sure.
So until next time.
I was the cat, too.
Yeah, Figaro's the best.
Figaro's cool as shit.
Monstro.
Bye, everybody. This idea is shamelessly stolen, but I think you all would still have fun with it. A Batman movie draft. The concept is, the concept is that you must build a new Batman movie from the parts of all existing Batman movies that were released in theaters, from Adam West through Robert Pattinson. None of the Adam West movies were released in theaters. By the way, this includes animated movies such as Mask of the Phantasm and the Lego Batman movie and DCEU, even though Batfleck never got his own standalone movie.
I can't do it.
But wait,
I can help
there's
maybe,
more.
because I haven't seen all of those.
In order to complete your Batman film, you need to draft from the following categories.
Who did that?
It doesn't say, but I'm gonna say it's probably Dane.
Yeah,
I had to.
it does.
Number
Where it's
one.
like something extremely complicated. That doesn't need to
This
be.
might be the stinger. Number one, Batman. Adam West, Michael Keaton, Kevin Conroy, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Ben Affleck, Will Arnett, Robert Pattinson. You get a Batman and the suits they wore. Number two, villain. Choose the specific performer, not just the villain.
Is this all the same draft?
Yes. One person could have Jack. These are the rules
Or
for
is
the
this an
Batman
episode?
movie creation.
We could fill a full episode of this.
Do this in a full episode. One person could have Jack Nicholson's Joker for their movie, while someone else could have Mark Hamill's Joker. 3, the +1. Like a flex position in fantasy football. The +1 could be any companion or ally, such as Chris O'Donnell's Robin, Jeremy Irons' Alfred, or Gary Oldman's Commissioner Gordon. Number 4, Gotham. Choose the specific. We're halfway through. Choose the specific setting your movie takes place. Tim Burton, Christopher Nolan, Joel Schumacher, Zack Snyder, etc. all had very different versions of Gotham. What does your Gotham look like? Number 5, Bat Tech. Any gadget or toy from a specific Batmobile to a shark repellent spray.
Just one. We get to pick one.
Any gadget or toy from a specific Batmobile to a shark repellent spray. I guess one, yeah.
Whew.
6.
I guess I see what he's saying, but he's making it. He's way too long-winded with what he's asking.
6, wild card. Anything you want to add from a previous category. A second villain, more tech, the cute little penguins with rockets strapped to their backs from Batman Returns. Or you could pick something entirely new that is not in another category. This is like a D&D game. This is like we're building a actual play adventure, which would actually be kind of a good idea.
Batman, what Batsuit, which version of the Joker?
Batman. Well, the Batman you pick gets the suit that he wears in the movie that he's in, or whatever.
Okay.
So you get a Batman, a villain, a +1, which is like a secondary character. Gotham, whatever Gotham you would want, whatever tech you would want Batman to have, like one piece, and then a wild card, which is an additional one of the previous 5 things. Or you could pick something entirely new that is not in another category, such as a director or score. This category is completely up to each person drafting. TADPOG Discord can then vote on who built the best Batman movie. That's the last suggestion we had on the form.
It's a big one.
That is a big one. It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a full episode. That's
very
like
detailed.
How about a bonus episode?
That would be.
How about we
That
do
would be
that?
a hell of a
How about we
bonus
do that as a
episode.
bonus episode? And
All
release
right,
it on
we'll do it
Patreon?
after we do Joe Dirt.
Okay.
Yeah, double up and have 2 in a row. That'd be good, Joe.
Yeah, the more bonus content we have, the better. This is a good. It's good. It's verbose, but
It's interesting.
Good. I mean, I like that he explained thoroughly explained the rules.
Yeah.
because I would have had questions.
My scope's going to be pretty limited because I haven't seen anything after the Nolan Batman.
But I have my preferences, and most of the time, the Batman that I like is the Batmobile that I like.
Oh, I take it back. I saw the Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah. So
that one might just be that might be my pick.
I just haven't seen. Yeah, all of it. That's what I was
the
going to ask. It's like because I was
Robert
thinking
Pattinson.
about. I mean,
But I'm
spoilers
like,
for my pick, but I mean that's the best Gotham.
I would probably do
in my
one
opinion.
for fun, just to make a creative choice.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's probably the idea. But if I'm just picking, I'm picking Batman.
All of it.
Robert Pattinson as the Batman and his Batmobile and his cool lenses that he wears on his eyes with the cameras in them, and his Catwoman and his Gotham. I mean, I just really love that movie.
Yeah.
So
It's a good movie.
It is. But yeah, let's put that on the list for bonus episode stuff.
Yeah, I love it.